Welcome to Pbkc Streaming Live. Streaming Live. Streaming live, West Palm Beach, Florida.
All right, good afternoon and welcome. Thank you for joining us. Coming at you live from the Action Palace at Pbkc. I'm Matt, and with me...
I am also Matt.
No, you're not. Come on. Tell me who you
Sally D, baby.
are. Sal, if he was any more animated, he'd be a cartoon. Anyway, we're going to bring you our 5K guarantee, no limit hold'em, Texas Hold'em, no limit, 3K guarantee, $130 buy-in. We're going to be bringing you feature to final today. So the players have just come back from the second break, and we are at, I believe, 500, 1,000, 1,000.
No, I thought we were at 1111 North Congress Avenue.
Well, yeah, physically we are. 1111 North Congress Avenue.
We have an all-in player. He folded right away.
Yeah, don't come late to the Pbkc stream. We got action already. So let's get the table, all of the table.
I love a good Wednesday stream, Matt, don't you?
And it loves you.
You know, the best thing about the Wednesday stream is that it always happens on Wednesday.
Reliable.
Yes,
It's always there when you need it.
Exactly. You're like, it's Wednesday, stream.
Except next week when we won't have the Wednesday stream.
Dope. My big plan
Gonna
was
throw that out there. Yeah, I mean, our July monthly
Okay.
multi-flight is coming next week. So
it's the Wednesday stream every Wednesday with minor caveats.
Yeah, just not during multi-flight week. We kind of scrap it.
Maybe that's the reason why I picked this stream. Old Chucky Chuck. And we got Fredo in the box, or not in the box, but he's on the wing, the outside, the outlet, seat number 2. Ruthie, Chuck. Oh man, this is gonna be a fun little stream here. Wednesday, baby. $130 buy-in, 5K guarantee, Matt. That's always hitting that guarantee, which is.
Yeah, I've got the numbers in front of me now that we have passed the second break and the registration period is closed. 6,600 in today's prize pool.
Oh wow.
And if you're following along on Twitch, you can go ahead and hit exclamation payouts to get all the payout information.
So we must
I
have had.
shall demonstrate.
We must have had 3 extra buy-ins that aren't being accounted for in the 63. Unless there's an extra 300 in the prize pool for some reason.
I don't believe so. This is
You know what I mean?
right. The graphics weren't updated. We had 63 when we went to break, but yes, it would appear that during the break, before the registration closed, 3 more people jumped in, and why not? Always action at the Action Palace. As Diego with 10s is about to demonstrate.
Yep. And Chuck right behind him with a pretty sweet little Queen 10 suited. 2/5 to a Royal. Fredo with better clubs than Chuck is going to see that raise there. 2.5, so 2.5x. 66 hunch in the prize pool. That's not bad for a little Wednesday on a summer day. It's not double points or anything, right? So.
Oh, wow. Meet me at the club. It's going down.
It is indeed going down between Chuck and Fredo. You see a club, it's going to be curtains for one of the 2. Yeah, for the short stack. Diego's going all in. He's pushing. Can't see any more.
He's trying to protect the 10s.
So I have a realtor friend of mine that she pays me $75.
It's going to be all in for Fredo to chase this draw.
They don't know what to do.
Yeah, I mean, you got to hit flushes to win tournaments, right?
I mean, it's such a good draw, but
And I don't know what Chuck's chip stack's looking like, but
Chuck can call without busting, but an all-in and a call, he's got to think maybe somebody's got better clubs.
ooh, that was danger. Folding over top of
And
someone's
he'll be pleased with his move when he sees the cards. He's like, okay, an ace-high flush draws out there.
Yeah.
Overpair to the board. There's an eats. And a
club.
deuce of clubs. Fredo hits. Diego. He's going to test that old poker adage, chip in a chair, because he's got a blue chip.
Ooh. It's not even a good chip.
Yeah, in this spot, yeah, let me get a pink if I just have one chip.
Right.
Pinks are 100K units here at the Kennel Club. If we've got a higher denomination than pink, I've not seen it. I'm not saying we don't have it, but I've certainly never seen one.
Yeah, no.
Sixes versus sixes. My money's on the sixes, or really anybody else.
Raise 2,000.
Ooh.
Diego's got, well, suited AJ for his last chip.
All in for less.
I don't hate it.
2,000 the call.
Brahma right behind him.
With an AK, we'll see if it's a good day.
A lot of action here. Lot of action.
Full drama. Wow. A player wanted his name to be Fish. Yeah, sixes are basically done like dinner. They have to dodge all the A's and the K's. Most of the clubs. They don't have to dodge all the clubs, but most of them. And the good part for Diego here is he's live for the ante, though.
Yeah.
So
It
instead
is.
of winning 2,000, he can win, it looks like about plus the ante.
Plus the ante.
Plus the ante. So, yeah, he can win 3K here.
Plus the ante. Ante is what? 500?
Well, yeah, well, 3 players, well, 2,500. And, well,
25. You fold it.
checks out, folds. Tens with an ace. Diego,
Queen ball.
yeah, queen. Can hit a queen.
Yeah, queens are live.
Oh, and another king. Stop, he's already dead.
Never, 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 never. Cheeseburger alert.
And go, Diego, go. No?
Where in the world is?
No, the Dora the Explorer spinoff.
Oh.
Go, Diego, go.
I've never seen it.
Well, me neither, but I mean, I have a kid, so.
You know, Dora the Explorer completely just whiffed my daughter.
No? Okay.
Yeah, she never got into it. I tried, you know, but she missed it. That was it.
You are correct, sir. Here we go. You are so big. So big.
Airborne
Raise.
joining us on the table today, so we won't be seeing him in the chat. That's the downside.
Yeah.
3,000 men?
You got it. Ruthie. There you go.
Ooh, 2, 3.
Ruthie taking that one down. A fellow hockey diehard. Like
Oh,
myself.
really?
She's a Nashville Predators fan.
I have 4.
They haven't done too well lately, but she still sticks by them like a real fan. Respect.
Yeah.
I bought quartzite.
I'm not, you know, I don't have a hockey team.
Yeah.
I'll say you're from Philly.
And then I just
I'm kidding, Philly fans. Like they care. As long as the Eagles are winning Super Bowls, they legit could not care what else goes on.
But like I had my friend Jenny that owns Closets by Design. I did all the closets.
What is the starting chip count? I've got that in front of me, I believe.
I did the garage.
No, I don't.
garage
This is the
size
payout
shelving
sheet.
and
I got to get this other sheet. Just one moment. I'll look that up for you.
I did the floor in the garage.
Wow, it's not on that
No, I
either.
just
I
had her-
believe
I just
it's 20K
what do you call it?
for the Wednesday.
10K.
Starting 10K.
10K,
I
I
didn't
would
use
assume.
speckles. I was already
I think it's 10K.
$150,000 over budget, so I was like, I'm not gonna spend. It's a garage.
That's a deep stack.
3-player, check a bet.
Lot of play here.
3,500 bet.
But, you know, it's a one-day event, so we try to get it in and out in like 6 hours at the most.
You got burgers on the brain.
I got these cheeseburgers, man.
You normally catch those. You feeling okay, buddy? Did you get enough caffeine?
I
the
think I
In-N-Out.
have.
Oh, that's right. You're from Philly. They don't have In-N-Out. in Philly.
I'm not.
I mean,
from
they don't.
Philly.
They don't have In-N-Out here either.
Johnny says 20K.
Right, 20. Right, that's what I thought.
Wrong again.
Well,
Back in my day, deep stack was called 10K. 20K is just, you know. So you get a lot of play here.
see, I go way back to the sit and goes here. You know, back before we even had No Limit. When I played here, before I worked here, and it was 1,000. You had 800 in black and 200 in green.
Yeah.
And sit and go, and then bam, that was your tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. The $45 buy-ins.
Heavy hot sauce.
Chuck's gonna call the small blind.
8-minute levels. They had a little stop clock. I'm like, 8-minute levels? Man, you guys want to get rid of us with these sit and goes. I mean, most of them would take like 15 minutes, start to finish.
Yeah, we'd rip right through them. Rip right through them. The move was to go all in the first hand.
Yeah.
And if you doubled up, you played. And then if you
Nah.
didn't-
I'd fold my way to third place. It would take like 4 hands. Because third place got your money back, and then I'd try to play my way up from there.
Okay.
Even getting one though.
Bit conservative. I'd almost always get that third. Because, you know, 6 people would be all in first hand, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And I'll try to fight my way out of it against one of the big stacks. Sometimes I get there, sometimes I wouldn't, but I'd almost always walk out with my 45 and then to try again.
All in.
Speaking of all ins,
1,000.
the fish is all in, and I got to tell you, I don't like that as an omen with a name like Fish.
You don't want to sleep with them,
No.
those fishes.
For those of you new to the game, a fish is a pejorative term for a player that's not very good.
You want to play with the fishes, not sleep with the fishes. I got it.
Yeah, you want the fishes at your table, but you do not want to be the fish. Because fish get ate by sharks. Dun, 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 dun.
Isn't that what that was? They always said if you can't point out the fish, that means
Within
you're
30 minutes, you are the fish.
I didn't know 30 minutes. That's very soon, but I guess that's all it takes, huh?
Took me 30 seconds.
I was calling him if you wasn't getting.
Last time I played 2-5 at the card room that shall not be named because we don't give them free publicity on our show.
Remember that.
No, same group of guys were there. It took like 2 hours for a seat to open.
Okay.
I was playing 1-2 while I was waiting, and it was the same guys. They all had like 25K and up in stack at the 2-5.
Down
I
south?
didn't even take a seat. I just said, you know what? I give up. Next person. Because I was the fish. Like, just sitting there with my modest $500 buy-in against them guys. I'm like, and they've been there all day? Yeah. Them's the sharks. I can't swim with them.
Speaking of sharks, Chuck's got aces.
Aces. Not a lot to write home about besides the aces, so he's probably going to take this down with that raise.
3.5.
Yeah.
Ruthie called under the gun. Nope.
Players.
All done. No, Ruthie.
Did Ruthie call?
called.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
We don't know what her hand is.
She checking the dark news.
That's curious. Okay, we're going to have to play this one by ear. We know it's aces
55.
and the continuation bet. Can't see Ruthie calling that.
55 and older gets you in the condo.
Yeah, unless ace queen at the minimum, Ruthie calls there. But anything else, no. I would think.
Yeah, she's just lucky she didn't catch anything.
See, I was wrong, and I apologize. Sal had the right call.
What did I call? Cheeseburger?
That she called under the gun.
Oh, yes.
I whiffed completely.
It's got to be a strong hand to call under the gun, so it might have been like.
So you're gonna sit there and tell me you're not from Philly
Yeah, no, I'm not from Philly.
with cheesesteaks and the
Cheesesteaks.
and
I've been there. I've been to Philly.
right.
I used to go like on like plus, you know, Vicky's from Philly, so
Right.
um,
Yeah, I thought y'all both were from Philly.
no. I used to go for school trips.
Oh.
Used to do the Philly school trips.
Well, where are you from? South Jersey?
No, I'm from upstate New York.
Oh.
Originally from Staten Island, but I grew up like went to school in upstate New York. Catskill, home of Mike Tyson.
Check over.
Yeah, I knocked him out. Yeah, on Nintendo.
That's actually that's pretty big for me. Not as good as knocking him like the actual person out, but still, I'm impressed because I couldn't get past.
That first 90 seconds with the one knockout punches. You got
I'm trying to think. I would pretty much. Was it Super Macho Man, the second one that was.
He was the next to
right before?
last. Yeah, he was before Tyson.
I couldn't get past him. I just didn't know.
And you have
the
no clue what I'm
sequence.
talking about. That's what happens when you fight Mike Tyson. It's about just staying awake for the first 90 seconds. Then he kind of gets gassed a little bit. He doesn't throw those knockout punches anymore, and then it's an actual bout.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Most players don't get past the first 90 seconds.
No.
Airborne with the snowman. Do you want to flop a snowman?
Raise 2,500. Call.
2,500. Call. Fredo trying to steal with the queen tray on the cutoff, trying to get the
Yeah,
position.
but Airborne's got a good hand.
Yeah,
I
Airborne
wouldn't call it a
blocked him.
premium hand, but it's a good hand. Well, it's not so good now. You see, Greg's got one of the eights.
Well, he's ahead right now. Fredo's got a nice looking flush draw though.
Yeah, he does.
4,500.
2 overs to Craig
Yeah,
Gates.
2 overs to the eights. That's hard. That's hard to chase for 45 punch.
Do you want to chase a snowman?
Not for 4,500, no. 2,500 he might have. But 45 might have been a touch much.
I didn't know Airborne was a Giants fan. We got high hopes this year. High hopes. This new quarterback hopefully is good.
As a Dolphins fan, I'm like, maybe Tua can stay on the field this year. That's about to be. We might be okay if he stays on the field, but not really hoping for much more than that.
How do you screw up Barkley though? You know.
We won 2 Stanley Cups. I mean, pretty much every team in this town is going to get a pass for at least a year, depending on whether or not the Panthers three-peat or not. It's like Philly. Hockey, basketball, they can be terrible. As long as Fly Eagles fly, winning Super Bowls, no one in that town's going to care.
This is true.
Yeah, I'll wait for you to go. I have to bid. 2K.
Well,
Bramad with the mystery
Pramod with the
hand.
mystery hand. I'm not sure he put it in the box.
Like there's no other shade other than
Black.
spade.
Yes. My
Nothing
unit clubs?
No, I have clubs. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I have clubs too. Oh, I have a spread. I didn't know that.
Oh, I have a. He didn't know that. Yeah. Don't believe everything poker players tell you, kids.
I honestly didn't see the news.
Grain of salt.
I honestly didn't
Lessons
see the
learned.
spreads on the flop. I didn't know the spreads on the flop.
Initially, I thought I
that.
saw 2 clubs. I was like, well, I think I'm.
New
gonna
dealer
win.
Steph in the box.
But he sold like
Yeah, they updated the graphics. They got those last 3 registrants in. 66 entrants, 37 remain. And we're going to be paying the top 7 today.
Did you see that one hand that
Here come the hecklers. Takes a second to get used to those thick cards.
Is there there's a certain rule, right?
First hand, you know.
Yeah, they're trying to say it was a misdeal. I don't think he likes his hand. He's trying to get that misdeal. I'm like, no, it's the third card. An exposed card in the first two is an auto misdeal.
Pretty typical.
Yeah, see, he's trying. Was it the second or was it the
Oh, I
third?
didn't know.
I didn't bring it up, but I don't have any.
Oh, it was the second one. Right, it was. Okay. Because that other seat is empty.
I wasn't. I was just decent.
No, you hated your cards and you wanted it, and you got it. Congratulations.
I knew there was a rule, but I wasn't sure what.
Pramod really taking his time on that chicken plate.
From the fabulous Paddock restaurant.
I'm probably going to order something in the next 20 minutes. I've been getting the salmon, but you think they can do it without seed oil?
I don't know. I've seen airplane, and if you got a choice between steak and fish, don't go with the fish. Steak or fish? Yes, I remember my lasagna.
Salmon. Looks like Chuck's got a hand under the gun. I don't know what he did there.
He made a 2.5K to go.
So your classic 2.5X, blinds at 500 and 1,000.
Oh, Pramod just flopped the Loch Ness Monster. Not just a monster. Or maybe Godzilla, King of Monsters. 99% chance to win.
The Demon Monster.
Yeah. Runners. Wow, quads. The unnecessary death card. 4 clubs on the turn. Gee, what should I do with the Stone Cold Nuts and last to axe?
Oh
Well, I
my
mean,
God.
no, dude, that rule, it's not to the river. You don't have to bet to the river.
Yeah, you don't bet. Yeah.
Looks like he got a call, though. No, he didn't.
No.
High hand, table 67.
He bets his quads. What a
He
sick
bets
guy.
the quads.
Chuck's got an ace jack. If the
Yeah, I probably
if the
would have
river's
checked
an
that.
ace or a
yeah.
jack, he gets doubled up or all of his chips. I'm not sure.
It's not just that. It's.
I wanted to show the king,
I mean, you get nothing if you bet.
but he didn't flip. He
Nothing.
didn't flip up. That's why I showed the 4.
No, out there? No.
But on the flop, I didn't see it was 2 4s. I was like, I have a 4 here. I wouldn't have
And his kicker played. If this was a cash game, that'd be high hand. Quad 4s with a king.
High hang. Pramod with the hot 9-7. Come on, call it. You just hit quads. Yes. Thank you. Fredo with the jack 6. He can't call that. Just can't do it.
Nope.
Won't do it.
I believe the
Ain't gonna
former
do it.
president George Bush said that. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it.
Wouldn't be prudent.
You were calling me though. I had Jack nuts.
No, I wouldn't. With that hand, nothing.
Pramad's still eating that chicken plate. Corn's going down. A little bit of rice.
It's delicious.
Here it is. Going for the chicken. Whoa! Oh, now he's hammering it. After quads, he's worked up an appetite. Yeah, those quads can take a lot out of you. What is he getting? Another cheeseburger? Oh man, I'm hungry. 2:35. I got 10 more minutes before I order.
Yeah, I'll probably just starve my way through the show. Hit up Wing Wednesday after the show.
Sounds like a fun idea.
Ooh, Airborne with the suited Kennel Club hand.
K9 of hearts, not of clubs, but still good enough.
No, any K9 is a Kennel Club hand.
I know, but K9 of clubs, puppy paws, that's like got a little extra to it. You know what I mean? A little more Palm Beach Kennel Club.
Wow, there's some hands here this round. And Pramod raised with arguably the worst. Well, no, Steve's in with the Nintendo hand offsuit.
Nintendo.
There is no trust
That's what I used to sing before I would play Nintendo.
Wow, that Nintendo hand don't look half bad now. It's an open-ended straight. King for Chuck. Airborne's got a king as well. Better kicker, though.
21, so you can get drunk.
Blackjack style.
21.
I mean, and I question Pramod raising there, but 2 pair.
All right, now
Can't
let's see what.
I mean, Airborne's got the better king. He's going to force the issue.
He's got some backdoor flush draw outs.
Steve folds. I would have stuck around. So Airborne needs a king or a 9 here.
Heart, backdoor flush draw.
A lot more outs.
Backdoor
runner,
draw.
floosh.
Matt.
Runner, floosh, and Airborne doubles up.
I'm clairvoyant.
Fantastic.
I call these runner flush draws like it's going out of style. No king, no 9. No, it's not needed. Runner flush draw. Pramod don't care. He's got the stack. He's still good. What are you going to do? You got it in good, right, Pramod? That's it.
Well, it's only because it's embedded in the game.
There was a king.
You never heard of that? Like luck and skill. That's how you gotta win in this game. You gotta have some luck. You gotta have some skill. There's a lot more luck than skill.
Well, that would depend on your skill. Obviously, the more skill you have in this game, the less luck you need.
He's right, though.
But yes, like even the most skilled you need a little luck to win a tournament.
You know what? I saw I'm going to butcher this, but a tweet about a bunch of random poker bots played like 5 million hands or something like that. And one with perfect poker play and the others.
Right.
Well, anyways, everything was like perfectly even, and they looked at the variance between all even. Everything should be even. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
the donkey bot won everything, I bet you.
No, there was no donkey bot. I think they were all perfect. They were supposed to be even.
Oh,
and then you look at like how many blinds. There's wins and losses, so they're all. It is what it is. It's not going to just even out.
Ruthie's in big old trouble. It's K's versus J's. And Ruthie is at risk. Steve's got her covered slightly. Looks like by about 3K.
You need luck.
But
Kings
Ruthie
Jack.
needs some luck. And that's not luck. Ruthie's trying to 1 card.
Well,
got more outs with the straight, but no. Jack or a 10 at the end, but she couldn't hit it.
it takes a special player to win with jacks, Matt. Very special.
Yes, I am quite special.
You've done it before?
I've done well with jacks. All the stories
out
I've
of
heard and
town.
all of the times I've seen on this show, I'm like, Jack should not be losing as often as they are. They're supposed to lose there, because sometimes you just run into a freight train and the other player has kings or aces.
Or queens.
Yeah, that
Or
was
an ace king.
That was
or a
my
queen.
That was my biggest loss with jacks. He snap called me after I shoved, and I'm like, uh-oh, ace king suited? He goes, you wish. And he showed pocket aces, and I said, yeah, I do wish. Now ask me if I hit my 2-outer. No. But I usually don't run into big hands like that when I play the jacks. I usually run into that ace king suited. And hands like
so
that.
that's the trick, not to run into big hands.
Yeah. Like I said, you just mentioned variance. I said, maybe I'm just getting lucky with my jacks.
I mean, some people hit 3 royals a year. It is what it is.
I've hit 1 in my entire life.
Yeah, exactly.
I've dealt quite a few, but as a player, I've only hit 1. It didn't even count for high hand either. I just had the ace in my hand, and the other 4 were on the board.
Yeah, I've never had a royal. Not without wild cards.
All right, so it's Greg's 4s against the suited KJ.
That was the hand I folded to you.
To the flop. Ooh, dun 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 dun. You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Quad 4s.
Quad 4s. That would have been cruel to hit the quad 4s against Pramod there.
So man, Pramod just took 2 double 2 players up. feeling very generous right now. Very generous indeed.
So what is that?
Nice flop.
I didn't see the other one over there. I was like,
Chips are
what's
flying everywhere.
I didn't. I didn't see why. Why is it sitting in the middle? And
Chips, cars.
I didn't see that orange one there.
Just sitting there in the middle.
That's so funny.
Little in the middle,
Did
but it's
that,
got
I'm
much
like,
back.
oh, what a moron. I always have to speak up, you know. Put my foot right
I know, the 80s kids strike again.
Yeah, it's fun watching during the Moneymaker and the monthly. It's fun watching.
Goodies? That's got goodies?
Look, Penny.
Man, he ain't got no goodies, man. Quit fronting.
Every hand I love.
Oh, nice foot, nice kick save. Wow, you guys can't see what I say, but Sal just saved the spare headset with a brilliant kick save. I mean, he was kind of klutzy knocking it off the table in the first place, but man, that was a save, though.
I wanted to see the flop. That's why I
I gotta look.
Because it was in the office.
if anybody raises, I'm going
Wait, there's that.
Nancy printed them up, and nobody was there. So I wouldn't do that. She knows. I told her.
check.
Ooh, kings and sevens.
I have a saving.
Uh-oh. You know what that means?
What?
That means it's time to run, go, get to the chopper.
Oh my God.
With the kings and sevens with a queen for Permont and Airborne, they're going to chop up the pot. And Fredo, well, normally Fredo is the one that breaks your heart, but he got his heart broken there.
You know, Matt, this is like the boy who cried wolf. One day you're going to have to say, run, get to the chopper. It's going to mean something. Nobody's going to listen.
Nice answer.
I'll just have to change up the wording a bit. Like preambulate in a
There's no
hasty
way-
manner
I don't
to the
I think I think your muscle memory.
to the flying device.
You're just gonna. You know. It's just gonna come out.
Jog briskly to the whirlybird.
There's no way in a real world scenario you would lose your Schwarzenegger impersonation.
Before I even finished looking at the
I
set.
read your mind.
Like if I was a firefighter or something, and we were evacuating people on a helicopter, I'd be
Right.
like, come on, get to the chopper.
I know.
Go now.
That's what I'm saying. That's why
But I'm a poker dealer, so we don't have a lot of helicopters right now. where I
Okay,
can
fair
do that.
enough. Fair enough. You never know.
Raise.
Airborne Ace Queen of Hearts. It looks like a fine hand, just a fine hand.
He's airborne, so he'd be more likely to
I'm sure
run to the chopper.
I'm sure he's jumped out of a couple of them.
This wasn't my job.
I would never jump out of a perfectly good helicopter.
My dad did. That's how he messed up his ankle. Ooh. Well, Greg really needed to dodge the tens against that suited ace queen, but Airborne hits that ace, hits it hard, knows it, says,
Knows it now. He's going to show it.
yep,
Fire right off.
two
the rip.
overs to the tens. Yeah, Greg can't call that.
First to act. Trying to switch it up a little bit. I think the common play would be two check in that situation, but Airborne needs to switch up his game. Got to keep him guessing.
It's not like he couldn't have got two outed. He could have.
Yeah,
Not likely, but
yeah, could have.
it could happen. You and I have certainly seen that on this show.
Oh yeah.
Los que están atrás de mí son los que ellos son los que están en casa.
Ooh, we got a little Espanol going on the table. Thank goodness.
Okay.
Ay, Dios mío.
I'm not wrong in saying they dominate this.
Yeah, but they don't. They turn straight professional.
There's got to be infrastructure. It's just
I don't know where Dave is. Raise the 3K under the gun. Oh, okay.
What are you doing, Dave?
We got a couple of calls right behind him.
This is highly irregular.
4 players.
Ace 3, 4,
Wow, Greg, short stacked, but flops a pretty good hand.
2 pair.
And he's going right after it.
And Fish with the straight draw, not going to do it.
Yeah, a very non-fish move.
Yeah.
The fish move would have been to chase it.
Obviously, we got to change your name.
I guess, for lack of a better, I said wait. I was gonna say for lack of a better term, but it's not really lack of a better term. In your professional opinion, what makes them so good?
They basically, it's like a farm. They basically just put tens of thousands of them. They're 12 hours a day. The ones that get hurt, see you later. The ones that, yep, see you later. And the only ones you see are the 0.001%. Have them all?
Yeah, it was over in Tampa.
15
Playing the
o'clock?
course, and they had it was in.
So new player, Steve, to the left of Chuck.
Joining us from Minecraft, it's Steve.
I watched like half of that movie.
Chips from 10 yards,
Yeah.
20
Is there
yards, 30 yards.
anything integrated with them doing
I watched it. It was.
I'm going to watch it all. I like Jack Black. I like Aquaman.
It was okay.
Yeah.
Because they're like video game movies are kind of. I kind of look at them with an extra slanty eye. Being a gamer and all, I kind of judge them harsh. I'm like, was Minecraft even half as good as the Mario movie? Absolutely not. Mario movie was excellent.
That was a very good movie. Got to give it to him.
And all the side gags were. They walk by the shop. Oh, it's a
Also
old
Jack
device.
Black.
If you blow in the end of it to make it work, and I was like, ah.
Wait, what was
I got
that?
one.
What was that?
No, when they walk by the gift shop in the beginning, in the background, you had to listen for it.
Okay.
He holds up a Nintendo cartridge, an 8-bit cartridge.
Right.
He's like, how does this work? He's like, oh, you got to blow in the end of it to make it work.
Right.
Even though all the manuals said never do that ever. We all did it, and it
Yeah,
worked.
it worked.
Why would they tell us not to do that?
Yeah, they were like, you have to use like
You
a
have-
special.
Right,
thing
you have to buy our cleaning stuff, our licensed products, or just buy a new cartridge. Hey.
No, well, I did you ever have to do this when you put the Nintendo in, like it's not working, so you have to like slide
Oh,
the,
yeah, move the
cartridge
cartridge,
just
yeah.
ever so slightly
Yeah.
to find
'Cause
the
there
right
was some
spot.
give in it,
Yeah.
yeah.
He wasn't allowed to caddy. He wasn't allowed
So crazy.
Turns out that
dude.
was a contactor problem, and
Okay.
could have been easily fixed.
My friend, who I used to play video games with back in the day, he ended up going to like all the different garage sales and picking up as many old Nintendos as possible throughout the years, and he actually did very well.
Oh, yeah, they're worth big bucks nowadays.
Isn't that crazy?
You can find a functioning one.
It's nuts.
She was chipping around the putt
15.
in the shit,
15.
in the dirt, in the bushes, you know. And
Dave with the King is going to pump it up.
the U.S. Open,
Steph really trying to sell these calls,
Yeah.
these phrases right now. 15. Raised to
Trying to
25.
drive the action, you know?
Yeah.
Make it exciting. Like, make you want to be in the hand.
You got to break up the
Like,
Benani somehow as the
Don't
dealer.
fold that. Draw.
brutal, right? And she was practicing for that reason, and she ended up winning that tournament. I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow, that's.
You're in front of the
You know, Matt, we all got our shtick. You like to do the, impersonations or movie quotes. Steph likes to just yuck it up a little bit. 15. I do the same thing.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, if I tried that, I don't think it would go over as well.
Yeah, exactly.
If I tried to get all like Chuck Woolery with it, you know, because or not. No, Rod.
I
Roddy.
do that sometimes.
A new car.
Right.
Like the bet or all in. Big money, fabulous prizes.
3 for 5.
Fold equity.
Fold equity. He's just yelling out poker terms.
All right, Fish all in with the King Queen. He's about 2-1 favorite right now. But then that happened.
Straight.
Then that happened.
Oh,
Oh, what? Hits the
bigger
Broadway
straight.
on the end. Gets turned. And not in the good way.
Right.
But then Rivers.
River.
Rivers the Broadway.
Pondy River.
Dave was trying to get rid of me. Didn't even buy me a drink. You buy me a drink, I'll go.
give me your chips? I'll buy you your chips.
River me timbers. Gigi's singing whatever is on the radio, but I could only hear what's going on 30 minutes ago.
Oh, yeah. Video killed the radio star.
In my mind and in my car.
All right, Greg, all in. Been around that 12K short stack all day.
Yeah.
Pramod, who had a habit of doubling people up, has a pretty big lead here. Ace queen over ace 6.
One of my best friends is Scotty Shepherd.
So Greg's going to need to see the ace.
Queen right there on the flop. Greg needs a 4 and a 4 only, and that's only half as good.
It's a 4 for all. Needed a 4 for all.
I said no, it was a 4 for Greg. It was definitely not 4 for all. But he does not get the 4. And wouldn't have been just justice after that quad 4s if a 4 did come on the river.
Oh, my God.
Live by the 4s, die by the 4s.
May the 4s be with you.
Well, here's the part of the show where we get lots of eliminations, but not many on our table, and it kind of irritates me. Because the people came for pain.
Right. Are you not entertained?
But
Is this not
we're pretty
why you
close
were
to
here?
consolidating, so the chances go up and up and up for our knockouts to be here on our feature table all the time. Fish all in for again. He's not playing like a fish. He's getting it in good.
King 10 looking pretty solid, but on the button is Steve with an ace. And that's just the card that's higher than a king. Pre-flop, though, so anything can happen.
Yeah, I can tell Pramod really wanted to play that, but now he's not sure he can.
He loves Dolly. 9 to 5.
He's
What a
like,
way to make a
dag
living."
nabbit. Fredo looking at a 9-5 offsuit. Yes, it's a good movie, but it's a lousy hand.
Bigger reason for
Caddy call if I ever saw one.
my queen deals diamond.
And the flop, there's the ace. Fish in big trouble. Now,
Ace.
now.
In the place.
Fish
Trust me, I don't doubt that. We can tag.
done got hauled up and put in the cooler.
Well, he's heading over to a barbecue, I could tell. Fish ready for the 4th of July.
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm trying to think now.
I love 4th of July barbecue.
Yeah, I don't currently.
Makes me sad.
Why?
Well, my father-in-law does 4th of July. And he
Passed away?
he doesn't. No, no.
He's not doing it?
No, he handles all the eats for 4th of July for us, but he likes to go to the big park for the fireworks, which is cool, you know. But he doesn't grill. I know. He'll get up like a bunch of like cold cuts,
Blasphemy!
and he'll make up like a bunch of sandwiches, and it's good. It's just, I'm like, no burgers, no dogs.
Well, what park do you guys go to?
The big one in Royal Palm, the Commons Park.
On 4th of July, you can't get a tent or a gazebo? Yeah, it's too busy.
No, way too busy. No, they set up like a little mini fair over there.
I used to do that all the time. Get those.
And I'm working that
cabanas.
day, so I'm like, can we just grill before we go out there? But I'm working, so I can't do that.
Drinking a fan inside a cabana? While you're in a cabana?
Like, we can get some electric, plug in the George Foreman, plug it into the car.
You're not allowed to use any of the grills on 4th of July?
No, we can. No, like I said, if we bring and plug it into the car.
No,
we can do the electric.
charcoal grills that come.
No, you can't bring that.
Can't do it?
No,
Oh, dang.
it's fire hazard.
Well, okay.
Well, it's at the park and it's really crowded. A lot of people
Yeah.
come out for this.
Yeah.
They say no. They say you can have electric. That's it.
Boogie, woogie, boogie.
That's what I said. We'll get there early. We'll plug in the electric. I'll bring the George Foreman. I'll grill up maybe some steaks.
I wish I'd timestamped when Pramod got this chicken.
Oh, we got it at the very beginning. I can timestamp it for you. I mean, first hand was 212, and
It
it
ain't over.
arrived, but he didn't touch it, and then he hit the quad 4s, and then he just started munching.
Hour-long process. Me and Matt, it's just, for guys like us, it's completely out of our frame of reference. We're not even.
Yeah, that was 30 minutes ago, right?
Right.
So that food's long
that,
gone.
that takes a whole 5-6 minutes to eat. Well, that's why Pramod is much skinnier than me.
Thank you. Man, that's perfect.
Yeah, I'm under the motto, today we feast, for tomorrow we feast.
That's four.
Some people wait a lifetime.
Airborne folds.
Well, I don't know. What are we, six-handed? I can't do the math.
Yeah.
Perhaps we'll never know. But
No, we'll know.
when
It's
we are
6 hands.
short-handed, let me just say.
It's how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? That's what we'll never know.
Okay.
Pramod, put your cards in the box, buddy.
In the box. In the box. We got a raise here. They're almost in the box, Matt. Does that count?
No, it does not. We'd see the cards if you counted. I've seen some dealers when they don't do that, they'll just push the cards into the boxes real quick.
Ooh, Dave has an ace-king pre-flop. Ship the Sherbert. Pramod, well, I guess he
Showed
was
a 4 and something else.
He was blaving. To blave. I made Lily watch that.
Well, you only have to make somebody watch that movie once because it's a classic and everybody
know.
loves it.
So good.
I think it would attract more people.
Okay, well, Pramod put his cards in the box this time.
Here we go.
Proud of you.
Mean it. Fredo now has the ace-king pre. Six-handed, it's going to be tough to get action, but ooh, there we go. A little 55 hunch. Airborne with the 10th tray. That's not a playable hand. Scoops the blinds and the big blind Annie.
Hey, free round.
I take it. We take those.
I love that. Especially at the bar. Hey, someone else is buying free round?
Free
Hell
round.
Yeah. Let's go.
Ooh, or a free round of golf.
I don't know where you'd get those. I don't play golf. So. Don't you need your own clubs? They don't like have them. I don't know.
It helps.
So
if you
even
have your
if
own
someone
clubs.
had said, "Hey, free round of golf," I'm like, okay.
Well,
I don't have any clubs.
golf's like $100 to play.
Can I chuck it?
Greg, it's four.
Got a nice collection of team autographed Florida Panther hockey sticks. Can I pull
Oh,
a Happy
sweet.
Gilmore, bring a hockey stick, and like smack it down the fairway?
I was going to say, it translates. Hockey translates really well into
You raised four.
golf. Surprised. You July. Shoot, I can't remember the date, but coming soon. Happy Gilmore 2. Can't wait for that. That should be good.
I hope it's good. I want to like it. I just hope it doesn't.
It's not going to just go in with really, really low expectations, and you'll be okay.
Kind of like with Super Troopers too.
Too high expectations.
Yeah.
Because of that group,
I mean,
I thought it was going to be like lights out because it took so long.
I mean,
I
I
thought-
liked it. It was good, but was it as good as the first or some of their other stuff? No, it's
No.
not.
My second favorite film with Broken Lizards Club is Slammin' Sammy.
What? It's not Beer Fest?
Nope. Have you ever seen Slammin' Sammy?
No, I have not.
It's way better than Beer Fest. It's significantly better than all of them except for Super Troopers.
I'll have to look into that.
Yeah. Michael Clark Duncan is he plays
Meanwhile, Chuck is all in.
meanwhile at the Batcave.
Fredo's like thinking about it. Like Fredo, no, it's ace 5 offsuit, buddy. Come on. At least Dave's suited.
I don't have much. I just saw one card.
All right, it's ace 7 offsuit against Jack 6 suited.
Chuck says he only saw one card.
27 people.
7 for old
Yeah,
Chuck.
Dave needs a jack. That's not a jack. Chuck doubles up.
Hanging on.
Of course. I think I've had
Pauline taking the credit for Chuck's win. And the rest of the players give dirty looks.
Oh, everything's the dealer's
See what I
fault. You
gave
know
you?
that, yeah.
See what I gave you?
Jack 6 was the best.
Pauline makes it fun.
Decent pace.
One thing I got to say about Pauline's game. It seems like everybody's having a good time. Dave here with the 9-8 of hearts. Oh, that's the medicine, my friends. The medicine for what ails you. Chuck with jacks probably has absolutely no chance to win.
Well, the last time Jacks did this, they got
Booted.
they ran into pocket kings.
This
I
time
don't see
they're-
any pocket kings this time.
Yeah, they're running into.
Uh-oh, ducks. If
Mul-
Steffi Mo was here, those Jacks would be doomed.
Jacks are great as long as your head's up, not against aces, kings, queens, ace, king, ace, queen, or ace, jack. And, well, no, ace, jack you'll take. And not multi-way. And then you're good.
77K to go, and ducks in the
Airborne.
muck where they belong. Dun-dun. Steffi Mo
Gonna
hates that song.
fold this hand.
Gotta fold them ducks, 'cause they really suck.
Oh! Ducks in the muck where they belong.
And there's the ace. Ooh.
There it is. Almost
Three.
like
Needs a
we can
jack.
see-
What?
Little leg. Como estás muy bien? Yakety yak, you won't hear Chuck talking back. Look at him go. 3 J's. 3 J's and a couple of some other card. I don't even
Yeah,
know.
well, he does. I
It
don't,
was
even-
a
I don't
boat,
think he
though.
matters right now.
Wow. Chuck cracked the code. He cracked the jack code. What is that, final table?
No, that would be
Oh,
consolidated.
no, 3
table.
o'clock. I missed my window of opportunity to get food.
Womp womp.
Darn it.
I'd much rather left. now that I've hit a couple of hands.
See, I told you Jacks are good. You don't believe me.
I didn't.
Like you said.
I mean, to be fair, I mean, flopped an ace. And I'm like, okay, they're done like dinner.
Yeah.
And then they weren't.
I think we jinxed it. Did the good reverse jinx on him.
What's this Wii stuff?
You know, me and you. The royal we.
With the king 9.
I don't jinx nothing.
The whole stream jinxed it.
Only because I had
Okay, so this isn't a break. It's just a brief intermission
Yeah, break.
to consolidate the tables because we went down to.
Brian's got 73,000.
Pauline ain't waiting. I just said that they're just gonna do their thing with this, and Pauline's like, "Nah, I'm just gonna deal the hand."
I'm small.
Oh, actually, I think that was. I think we took it.
Where's my hand?
The hand is dead, sir.
Give him the Vegeta laugh from Dragon Ball Z.
You guys didn't have anything. I think he took it from there because he thought that was.
Where's my hand? It's dead.
It's dead. Your hand is dead.
The small blind thinking it was yours.
No, he took it from me.
Did he?
No, I wasn't the small blind. I'm the button.
All right, then you owe him 1,000 because I gave you.
took
I
my
gave him
1,000.
his 1,000. I gave you his 1,000.
Wait a second. Who got what? I got what?
Yeah.
Right.
She just gave it to you. That was mine.
She just gave it to you.
Heads up.
She took it from here.
That is
Heads
your
up.
right.
I was gonna call you either way.
I don't think I could get away with that in the box, to be honest. Where's my hand? Your hand is dead.
Well, the way you say it, it's gonna be a lot worse. Steve with the queen and
Because
diamond.
then I'd give him the Vegeta laugh right after. Jays and trays with an A for Steve. He'll win as long as he don't fold.
Jack's looking good. Easy money.
Good. They're great. I need to stop making food references. I'm sorry. I mean to do it.
It's all right. Frosted Flakes does not make me hungry. Now, if you said good, it's steak. Now we're talking. That's all right. I got a green tea. It's got plenty of honey, ginseng, calories, the last. So I'll be good. I'll be all right.
It's good. Good for energy.
Yeah.
Ginseng. It's not as good as caffeine, but way better for you. Caffeine will kill you.
I remember in the 90s, ginseng was all the hype. Like, oh, shoot, got some ginseng?
Like ginseng, it doesn't have the negative effects of caffeine. And I'm like, well, yeah, it's also not as effective.
Right. Airborne with ace jack on the button. Fredo's going to take a stab in the cutoff. Kind of dominated, but he does have the hearts. So let's see what happens here. Heads up, Airborne maintaining his position as the dealer.
Ooh. Thought Pauline was a deal. Fredo has a 1% chance to win and betting. No, no, Airborne, he's driving the action. Let him drive. Let him drive. You'll get more money. It's the opposite of actually driving. With my actual car, I'm like, no, get out of there. I'm driving. But in poker, I'm like, oh, you want to drive? Here's skis, bro. Have fun.
Try to keep it under 200.
Yeah, the guy yelled at me one time because he bet every round, and I just flat called him and 3x'd him on the road. Flopped the straight. You never once betted. I'm like, why would I ever when you're betting into me? Why would I raise ever? He was legit mad at me. I said every time I flat called, that wasn't a clue that I might have something. Maybe don't bet every time.
Looks like we're folding around here over to the blinds. Limp, small blind, and check the big blind. To the flop we go. I see a tray. No help for... Oh, wait. Maybe there's a jack there. Could have been a jack. Chuck might have had top pair.
No, I don't think so.
Seemed
I think it was a king, but I could be wrong.
either way, Chuck's bet takes it down. We got a new player, Mike, at the table. That's
well, I wouldn't call him new.
Old
Regular on the stream here is Mike. I believe the table talk's gonna get a little spicy.
I'm amazed that you're the only one that's correct. No? That's surprising.
I don't think Pramod put his cards in the box again. Probably because he took one quick peek at him and immediately threw him back to Pauline.
Right. They're the ones that on the plane, like,
You can fly nonstop out of Miami.
Raise 4,000.
treat him.
All right, so a 9 for Steve. I was going to say that's about all. 2 pair for Steve.
6,000.
But now it's an open-ender for Chuck. He says, my queen's coming. It's not, though.
Pauline quick with the shuffle.
looking out for the players, like, trying to get one more hand in for them for the,
Yeah, we hear the
for
bell.
the blinds.
And time. Just got it in. I think Pramod is officially done with his chicken. I haven't seen him eat it.
Yeah, I haven't seen him put his cards in the box either.
Wait, is he going to do it this time?
Okay, this time he does. Okay.
2, 3, 4. Oh, wow, he's just leaving him in there now.
He must like his hand. Because when he doesn't like it, he just... Wow, with two ladies at the same time, and he's going all in with them.
Bobbing and weaving. That makes it about a Baker Stuzz for me, Bob. Ooh, Dave's going all in right behind him. So 2 all-in players.
Oh, he's got Jackson.
Oh, boy.
Oh, all right, it's hooks versus ladies. And nope, Bob's just got to dodge the queens, and he does. And Dave, he's not out, but his stack takes a big hit.
Huge. Bob's doubling up. He might be a main character here. He's going to get queens versus jacks.
All right, 15-3-3 now. 75 hunch on orbit. And I'm looking around at some of these stacks, and it immediately tells me there's too many of you here. Some of you's got to go.
So 9, 18, 27, 3 tables exactly.
Apparently Airborne did not read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Oh, he didn't play
Snap.
the answer?
Yeah, no, he snap folded it. Didn't even think about it. It is the answer to life, the universe, and everything.
Something simple.
With that last flop.
Flop leg. Check. No, now you could say it's okay.
Always one flop.
Always.
Huh.
Check it.
Well, I'm looking at all my soundboard stuff here. Everything's good on this end.
Chuck's going to bet his flush draw and take it down.
So if you've got sound on the phone end, but not on the tablet, I'm going to ask you to troubleshoot your tablet.
And in Florida, what's on the menu today? You got anything cooking? What's cooking?
All right. Well, I'm not sure you should answer that.
Well, I'm sure it's something delicious.
Sal's like, it's like starving.
Oh, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
I had a protein shake. I feel fine.
All right.
You know, I'm a creature of habit, Matt. The last 2 times I did the stream, I got the salmon, and I enjoyed it. So that was it. It was in my brain that I was going to get last
So we're
call.
going to get the salmon?
Yeah, I was going to get last call salmon, but it's all good.
Yeah, Pramod definitely doesn't like his hand. He didn't put it in the box. Oh, there he did. Oh, he snuck the corners in there. Okay.
There we go. All in.
He's getting a little sneaky on that.
Perhaps you were underestimating his sneakiness.
I guess I did. See, now I see. I said he puts him in the box when he likes his hand. And he
In
did.
the box. In the box.
All right, so it's KJ suited against the ladies. That's what I've always said about the ladies. They'll either make all your dreams come true or they'll cost you all your money. Sometimes both.
And speaking my love language, rigatonis.
Queens are holding up. Brian needs a king. Diamond draw is dead. And Brian does not get it. So Pramod doubles up.
Queens
Rigatoni and
hold.
salad. Damn, that sounds good.
You had me at rigatoni.
You're not doing much self-stereotype.
Oh, we got some VPIP numbers. Dave has been here the whole time. He's got 43%. So there's enough data in there to take a little insight into his game. He is the VPIP leader. Pramod right behind him. And Chuck in third place, but a long ways away from 43%. Still solid. Looks like Chuck's had a good range.
You're a dealer.
A good
I thought King was coming.
Sebastian says 20,000. I assume he's answering the Facebook chat question because he can't see all of the platform chats like we can.
20,000 what?
Starting units
Oh.
for the tournament.
Well, dealers and floors love me. Players, that's another story. I doubt it. Okay.
I knew that, Ann. I mean, I didn't, but I could have found out. My wife went to culinary school, and she's Italian, so she probably knew that. I didn't know that.
Oh, really? I did not.
Doesn't know how to
I did not know
right,
that.
Luke? See? Told you.
Yeah, I don't ask questions about the pasta. When my wife cooks,
I can see
she
that.
serves it up, and I'm like, this is good. I like it.
Yeah, you don't ask questions.
There's like 50 different kinds of pasta, and I'm like, I don't even begin to have the patience
That's actually
to
what
learn them all.
That's what I immediately do when I serve food. I just say, don't ask questions about the pasta.
Right. I'm like, I feel like pasta tonight. And she goes through like 10 of them. Like, well, what kind? This. I'm like, for the love of God, I don't care. Just make something. Preferably something with Alfredo sauce.
Mike here with the ace queen under the gun. 3 G's. Min click.
Not quite a min click, a little more.
3 bet. 8,000.
I don't know. Gluten-free pasta sounds a lot like decaf coffee and non-alcoholic beer. What's the point? Or sugar-free Kool-Aid.
Chickpeas pasta. That's what you got to do. You got to keep the insulin level down. Okay, so the blinds are 15 and 3. That was not a min click.
Right.
That was a under the gun raised by Mike.
That was meant for
That's
you.
why I said not quite a min click. A little slightly
Meant for
more.
you.
Yeah.
It was either you're going to fold or you're going to jam.
Well, yeah, I didn't have any other.
Jam. Da da da. Let the boys be boys.
Could have had 9s too. I mean, but I'm trying to play like an adult today, so I didn't have 9 too.
I'm an adult. You can't buy me hot dog, man.
I wasted my have fun chips on my first buy.
Sebastian asks, when's our next big event for tournament poker? That would be our July monthly multi-flight. That begins on Thursday. Our $300 multi-flight, 100K guaranteed. Flight 1A will be on Thursday at 11:15 a.m. We're going to have 5 flights, just one on Thursday, and then on Friday and Saturday at 11:15 and 4:15. We will have 2 flights, Friday and Saturday. And day 2 restart is going to be on Sunday, the 13th. So next week, our monthly multi-flights. 5 chances to get in.
The one time I folded deuce.
Yep.
4-way action here. A whole bunch of limpers. Trips come the flop.
This is the greatest board ever. First person to bet wins.
Mike's going to take a stab.
Folderama. See, first person to bet wins. That's why that's such a great board.
Yeah. Mike well aware of the situation and takes advantage.
Well, if he didn't bet there, somebody else was gonna. It was not getting checked around a second time.
Fair enough.
Oh, he was out in the side, like he caught the jack on the reverse. That should be.
That was the Broadway. He caught the little straight and he got the bigger straight.
Oh yeah, but that is way before. It should be a jack.
Oh, yeah.
Because
You're
you're
right.
behind.
You're right.
Behind.
You're right.
You're way behind, and then suddenly you catch.
Yes.
Ace tray for Fredo. Queen tray for Pramod. quick fold there from Pramod. Fredo, however, he's got a little bit of a decision. Not much chips left, and any ace.
Well, it's an ace, yeah. With only 10K. Blinds are about to eat him.
Eat or get eaten. Fold over to Dave. Doesn't have much to
With a
call him
flat
with.
tire.
7,000
And he's only got
more,
9K more himself.
though. Right. Hey now. He's going to give.
He's
Fredo
going to
some
play with
action.
the flat tire?
Yeah. That's what a jack's for.
A-tray, Jack 4. All right, here we go.
AC
Clash of the
Tracy.
Titans. Ooh, and there's a
Ooh.
yak.
Needs an 8. I mean,
Ooh, a
ace.
10 for Fredo. For the straight on the board for the chop, yeah. But it did not. Yeah. Come on, you can't just take it. Gotta verify the count.
Yeah.
There's a process here.
Well put, Matt.
Because he grabbed like a game of Hungry Hippos. He just went on and like didn't even give the dealer a chance to verify.
There's our chip counts. You're looking at them. Nobody over 100 yet. Pretty even. So, Fredo, thanks for playing.
You broke
Glad-
my heart, Fredo.
Glad we could get you on the stream. Hard to win when you don't get any cards.
Yep.
It's been done before, but it's tedious.
65. I never worked for so little, except once. That was a very noble cause.
This is noble, sir.
I cracked that joke once. Table, all men, only one lady. None of the men got it. The lady started laughing immediately. The guys are like, why is that funny?
Not surprising. Not surprising. But it's okay, Chuck, because you're going to get out those cards here. Out of your
Everybody's
system.
kissing up to you today.
Out of your system.
Do I need to get on that game plan? Because it's just not me.
You'd be smart to do so, Mike.
Last hand it hit, so I can't even call because it hit both of them last hands.
Pramod.
Getting out of the way. Airborne now with the Jacks. The Jacks have been hit or miss. Mostly miss.
A lot of misses.
But did get that one double up with the suck out.
That was a big hit. A lot of misses with one big
Yeah,
hit.
and there's no ace kings out here, so, well, never mind. He's queen suited.
Oh, boy.
They started.
Airborne.
Ooh, and he never got his option, so Airborne is going to have to decide if he wants to play them Jacks.
Can I have metal at the table or not, Joey? Remember we
Nope.
went through this? And
No
it didn't
metal.
do anything that day.
Joy.
And he's had it.
Ooh.
Thank you.
And Airborne
It's
is
off to the
dodging
side.
it so far.
Yeah.
And he says, you wanna try to suck out that ace or queen, you're gonna pay.
I think anybody's going to roll
I think
against
if
me.
anything,
Excellent.
All right, Jack's hold.
Yep.
Played well by Airborne there.
See, that scenario right there, that's usually what happens to me when I have Jacks.
Okay.
Like something like that. Obviously, when I ran into Kings, I'm like, oh darn. Oh darn. I'm cooked.
No, I heard the players talking about this wonderful Chinese restaurant that's in the Wynn. Supposed to be amazing.
The Wynn has a good Chinese food restaurant, everybody.
Apparently. I mean, I've been to their buffet,
Yeah,
which
me
is
too.
marvelous.
Yeah,
Know it?
that's my
It
favorite.
cost me $85, and I'm like, this better be amazing for $85. I'm like, oh, prime rib, king crab legs, and I'm like, oh, never mind, so worth it.
Yeah, most definitely.
Oh, I got my $85 worth. Don't even worry about it. The staff took one look at me and was like, oh, damn. We're losing money on this one, fellas.
Just king crab legs alone. I mean, it's got to
Yeah.
be probably at 100 by now because king crab legs, you could eat $100 worth of king crab legs like at wholesale price.
I
really
have.
easy.
In fact, they don't have all-you-can-eat king crab legs at this joint near my house like they used to, and me and my brother-in-law are solely responsible for that. $30, all-you-can-eat king crab legs. Oh, I went through 8 plates.
Yeah.
He went through 6, and sure enough, the next week they didn't have it, and I haven't seen it since.
Thanks, Matt.
Yeah, I know. I ruined it for everybody. They were good, though.
Yeah. Chuck's got the ace of king.
Ooh, ace king against jacks. We're seeing this matchup a lot today.
call this stream the Ace King versus Jack stream.
Yeah, see, Jacks didn't work the first time because it was up against 4 other hands, including Pocket Kings.
Jack in the middle. Triple J is, I believe.
So that's how you win. That's how you win.
Yeah. Well, that's how you win with any pocket pair. If you hit a set, yeah, you're very high percentage chance to win there.
Wow. So live by the Jacks, die by the Jacks.
They're living more than dying.
Chuck's got like 4,000 or 5,000 left.
He's got 1 orbit.
Yeah, show me how to win with Jacks. Huh? Yeah, show me how to win with Jacks.
He
You did what you
I
did.
did it. That's right.
he taught us how to win with Jack. He lost to this Jack. And I announced
Look
it.
at this
I had
pace.
Jacks.
I'm not going to knock on wood.
Yeah, better.
You went against Fredo.
Most definitely.
He hit his shot.
All right, I'm going to get a drink. This drink. Not going far.
I was going to say vodka, straight.
He's saying
He
you
walked
did
in
win
the
with
Queens.
Pocket
And you still like him?
It's questionable.
It sucks going through life always right. It really does.
Whoever says what, I like Mike whenever he's out of the poker table. In the poker table, I doubt.
All right, we're going to start off with Brian with a suited ace-7.
All in.
He likes it a lot. He's going all in with it.
Wonderful human being.
He likes it.
This is Bob. Bob is doing well.
Bad to say about Mikey Sheehan's punchman.
Did you get our seat?
Bob folds that garbage hand. No, I'm kidding. King, queen ain't garbage. But he doesn't call the all-in with it.
You have it count.
Oh, the cards aren't down here. That's right.
39.5.
Oopsie doodle.
Can't make it any easier for
You
you.
doubled me once, so I'm leaving it this time. I think Jack again.
And nobody's going to call that all in, so
You in jail for this? For this?
What's
Brian
his,
takes that
what's
one
his name?
down.
Oh, Brian.
Yeah, Brian.
B-Rye.
Good
I
for
just
you.
want
Be
to from one
Rooney.
guy.
Drove his Chevy to the levee, but the
levee
levee
was
was dry.
Is that Stewie Griffin?
Yeah.
Nice.
One of the Bryans here. I called him all that while I was tapping him out. He was not amused. Next stand, be right. Be Rooney.
Dump on Mike. Come home.
He's like, stop it.
I wonder if I could untwist this.
Ah, twist again, like we did last summer.
Kathy wrote, lost it, didn't have his phone.
All in.
I prefer to twist again like we did last year.
Oh, okay.
What did Kathy write?
I had to write her because
Everybody watching the stream under the age of 35 are like, how old are these guys?
But we're getting there. We are getting there.
No, it was still before my time. I'm not that old, but
Re-raise.
Mom dominated control of the radio, so
Yeah.
basically the soundtrack of the 50s and 60s every day on the way to school. So I heard all them songs.
Airborne here's got a pretty sizable pocket pair. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that's a great point. It stopped eating out. I don't eat out much anymore either. It's done wonders for my bank account. Same with the wife, because she quit cooking for a while because she was just stressed out with her job and everything. And then I just brought up the financial aspect of her cooking again. How much money each month we'd save, and she's like, okay. She doesn't do the big elaborate dishes that take hours and hours, but
Right.
she cooks dinner
Yeah, of course.
again. And I'll occasionally grill dinner
There we go.
because I can't cook, but I can grill like Gordon Ramsay.
Luca. Pramod in the pressure cooker here. He's got top pair, straight draw implications. Pauline like really getting in there and
79.5.
looking Airborne right in the eyes. All right. Well, we got the count 79.5.
Look out. 79.5 thousand units. Pramod really wants to call this. Staring intently. Knows it's probably a bad idea, though. And the good thing is he can let this go because he's going to see it anyway. Because Chuck's all in for way less.
Ace Queen. Ooh, close, but not quite there.
Yeah.
I have a 10.
Okay.
And says study crackpot meals. I was going to say that. I'm like, is that like a new thing? Crackpot? Crockpot. Okay.
Crackpot's
That and
been
the
around
crackpot,
since
I was
the
going to
80s.
say, is that like a trendy new thing? But crockpot, yes. I don't have the patience for the crockpot. That's for cooking all day.
Oh, it's great. It's for the impatient. You just said need a little bit of planning.
You're gonna see him anyway. He's all in. Good for.
Everything is a little worse in the crock pot, but it's unbelievably convenient.
Like set it and forget it?
Yep.
There's equity.
Go home.
It was equity.
I mean, you can leave the home.
Yeah.
Have a good one. Good luck. You knew it.
It's always equity.
You need to turn the gutter on.
All right, good luck. You got Luca coming into next year.
Hey, we just saw Luca. How's he over there now? What sorcery is this?
Yeah, exactly.
He was not going to be drawn dead on that turn.
I was looking forward to Googling that. Crackpot meals. Sounds fascinating. What's involved?
No, it's
Oh, that was the Chuck
Right,
Jacks.
you just- yeah.
I was the board.
What hand was it? Yeah, that's what I don't remember any.
I don't
exciting
remember
hands.
any real big hands in the last half hour.
No,
I think the easiest way to convince my wife to start cooking again is when we went out to dinner last time we went to Orlando.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 30 minutes.
$100.
Oh, is that probably what I?
She's like, it was that much for dinner?
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah.
Easy.
I had ace change.
I'm like, what are you worried about? I paid for it. She's like, well, still, that's my money. You know.
Yeah.
Let's be
She's
honest.
like, I can go to Aldi, get a bunch of stuff. You could eat for a month on that money.
Probably I saw.
That's the move, Matt, to go to Aldi's. It's the move.
It helps that it's right down the street from my house. So.
So I feel like everybody's got an
we
Aldi's
had to,
right next
well,
to them.
yeah. But when they first came down here, I had to go all the way across town to go to Aldi. But now I
Yeah,
just go
now
right
I-
down the road.
Me too. I'm right. They got one right across the street from me. It's amazing.
I'd have to
Can't
like,
get everything.
I'd have
but
to like get errands to go to that part of town and then go.
Yeah.
That's how I would get to the Aldi.
And they low key got unbelievably good sauerkraut and German products.
Well, it's a German store, so they got all the best German stuff.
It's crazy. The Germans. Yeah.
I used to get their bun cakes.
Ooh, this is the short stack song, "Staying Alive."
It's a sign to call if you're short stack. I'm kidding. Don't do that ever, because then you'll blame me.
Look at Mike right now with the 8-7 of clubs. Like,
I know he wants to play it so bad.
just a smooth call too.
Yeah.
So
Is
anybody
that
can
where
go
it
over the
ends?
top. Nobody does.
Nobody went over the top. I'm a bit surprised.
Good. That worked out for Mike.
Isolation. So they both got a suited 7, but Bob is a little bit higher.
Mikey's got the nutcrackers over there.
Don't give that 10
It's
back.
true. Even though one of his cards dead, still fully
Ooh, an
live.
ace. Not no mo. He needs a 5. That ain't it.
No bueno for Mike. Tried as hard as he could. You can see he looks pissed. I couldn't say it any other way. He does not look like a happy camper right now. Although he's got unbelievably nice watches. Very, very nice watches.
I like his swatch. Wait, watches? Why is he wearing 2?
There's just one that's the size of 2.
No, he's got what's on his other wrist, though.
Like
Is that
some
just a
jewelry.
bracelet?
Some jewelry.
Okay. I thought it was 2 watches for a second. I'm like, wait, is one his phone or something? You know, like an I'm like, but that's not an Apple Watch.
No.
I don't have an Apple Watch. I thought taking a phone call on your watch was the coolest thing ever when I saw it in like a James Bond movie, like back in the day. Now that we
Yeah,
actually have them,
I
I'm like,
hate it.
yeah. Now I see them and I'm like, they're kind of lame, huh? Like
Yeah.
you got to squint down, you got to hit the little thing, you know, when you could just answer your phone.
Just, you know, watches are done.
It looked cool, but I'm
They're
like,
cool for
eh.
decoration.
Yeah.
That's about it. I remember when watches like were kind of a necessity. Like, you need to know what time it is, you know?
I haven't needed a watch since
The cell phone.
I don't have 7, 8.
No, since I quit running track. When I was done with
Okay.
track in college, because I needed my watch all the time because
Right.
I'd have to time my splits and you know when I was in practice.
Sure.
And I had the one with like 10 different settings and everything.
King on the flop. No help. Ooh, 10 for Brian.
Easy
Wow.
days, nope.
Unbelievable.
Ryan
What a
is
bad beat.
just
37.
And you thought Mike was a little temperamental before. Check him out now.
The energy. Energy comes to energy. He's, oof. Well, frustration is setting in, but Mike can shake it off. Still win this whole thing. Just got to fade. It's got to, you know, ride the wave here. Mike's like, I played so good, and then I stepped out one time with the 8-7, and then I got an ace-king, and next thing you know, Dave's pushing on me. All in. Mike's got a jack deuce. He wants
And he wants to play it. It's
No,
like he
he
legit
can't.
wants to, but he's
No,
like,
he
I can't.
can't.
No, he
can't.
obviously
No,
he can't.
can't.
I'm just saying he wanted to, though. That's why he looked up to the sky like, why me, God? And says it's like studying GTO poker. Study the art of cooking. Yeah, but my wife went to culinary school. She spent years studying the
Yeah,
art of
Matt
cooking, so
doesn't
I
need
don't
to.
have to. I studied grilling because she can't. Because she tried. I bought some beautiful ribeye steaks
Uh-huh.
because she wanted to try grilling. She's like, it's so sexist. Men never let women grill. I'm gonna try it. She legit burned these steaks, and they were ribeyes.
Oof.
And I said, I'm so angry right now.
I got
I'm
some.
going to try not to be. I said, but you don't grill anymore. Seriously, ever.
I don't want to look. I folded it.
For my birthday, she bought me a pound of Kobe steak when Kobe was like brand new here in the States.
Oh, sure.
And she's like, do you want me to cook? I didn't even let her finish. I said, no, you step away from that grill. Get away right now. That's an $80 piece of meat. No, I will grill it. Thank you for the offer. You can cook me whatever lovely side dish you feel is appropriate. You're not grilling the steak. I will season it and grill it.
Check, check. Matt, a.k.a. the Grillmaster 5000, my lovely broadcast partner.
You laugh, but I brought ribeyes to one of the cookouts that we had here at the Kennel Club, and they went so fast.
I bet.
Like one of the other dealers came up and said, I heard there was ribeye. Where is it? I'm like, dude, that was gone. I only had like 5 of them, and I cut them up into like smaller pieces so everybody could have some. But, dude, they were gone in the first 10 minutes. Don't show up late to the barbecue.
Matt, we got a chop.
Yeah, but I only do it once per show.
Okay.
You know that. Come on now. That's how the joke stays fresh. It doesn't get
Okay.
stale. I don't overuse it. Once per show. That's it. Oh, they got the ground Kobe at the Publix. I'll have to check that out. I haven't seen that. But I'll definitely look for it next time I'm there.
I try so hard to avoid Publix, but it's unavoidable. I hit it up every now and again.
Oh, I check it out once a week just to see the new BOGOs.
Okay.
I've never seen Kobe ground meat at the BOGO.
I've had.
But the others, they got good other stuff.
I've had the exact same thing that Ann's talking about for the burgers. It's already pre-made, Wagyu, Kobe beef, whatever. It's pretty good. I go for the grass-fed at Aldi's. Got the good pound of grass-fed. It was on
that's pretty
sale by me for $4.89 a pound. I picked up like 10 packages.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
If I had a meat freezer, I'd probably have done the same.
Yeah. 10 pounds, not that much. Check, check, check. I think that's a check. Oh, no.
Yep.
He's not even in the hand. He's
I was
just
going to
clicking.
say, it is a check, but he's not in the hand. So, I mean, both things can be true. River card. A
10
10. Steve sucks out a 10.
Tension in the kitchen.
And this is, I mean, I'm a big fan of the slow play to try to get money out of your opponent, but this is where it can bite you. Because Airborne was well ahead the whole way, and he got rivered.
Steve will take it.
Yep.
Yeah, we take those. Airborne's got the chip lead. 113. Finally broke the 100 mark.
Well, there's definitely a speed aspect to it.
Pramod, after doubling up 2 players, has built his stack back up to 84.
He took some hits, but he's back up.
Such is the roller coaster of poker.
Conditions to be able to compete.
You have to be a certain height to generate.
Up and down like a cosine graph.
Because of, obviously, physics, but
I don't know if that's correct. Sorry for all you math people out there.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Mike's got the 7-6.
My math was always solid in school until they started putting letters in it. That's where I kind of got,
Algebra.
bejiggered.
Just right.
I happen to have like maybe one of my best teachers ever as a trigonometry teacher in college, and I fell in love with it. He did such a good job because he used to be used to work on transmissions, and he was like explaining how it's all trigonometry.
Huh. So it made it relatable. That makes it
Exactly.
easier to learn.
He was like a real world using applied math in.
Because I never used algebra in my entire life until I dealt PLO. And even then, I only used like the first 2 chapters. Right, pot is X, like when they say pot. I'm like, okay, so 3X, previous bet plus residual equals X, solve for X.
There it is.
And you're expected to do it inside of 2 seconds. So they're like, don't you know how to do this game, dealer? And I love how they know what the pot bet is because they've been playing for so long. So when you don't like snap get it like right away. It's this much. What are you, stupid?
My favorite is when people think that they know and they really don't. That's my favorite, and it just confuses.
Oh, when they say a number and then you actually do the math, and they're like, "Wait a minute, that's not right."
It's the absolute worst. Like, just like let me get it wrong, and if you're smart enough, correct me, and I'll feel, I'll listen to you. Don't start shouting things out. I gotta. You might be able to figure it out really fast, but I also have to figure it out, and you helping me.
Right, just to make sure it's right.
Right, exactly.
Not that you think the player's trying to pull anything.
Right. I would love to take your word for it, but I'm not going to. 3 players. Pair of queens here for Brian. He's going all in for about like 65, 70. Right, well, takes it right down.
Yep, we're down to 18. Yep, it sounds like we got Betty.
Betty Boop.
Traded Ruthie for Betty, it sounds like.
She is always such a happy camper.
First place, worst place. I've yet to see her without a smile.
Hey, you're back. Yeah, how was it? Flew back last night. It was awesome.
Anne's got to go on her walk between showers. Yeah, that can be tricky in Florida in July.
Jesus, Bob, you scared the hell out of me.
Flew around the weather.
It's like a little kid. The rain around here is like a little kid playing with a sprinkler. They go turn it on and off like that. And you tell them, quit playing with the sprinkler. But they do it anyway. That's what the rain is like.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's supposed to rain all week from like in the afternoon, but then.
I haven't taken Brightline though.
I'd take it.
I hit somebody once a week, so.
Especially if we're going to fireworks on Friday after work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want the sun beating down on me.
Yeah, we'll take a little.
I'll take a little cloud cover, maybe a little sprinkle. Not a lot of sprinkle.
Bring the storm, cool it down, and then go back out. We love the humidity here. As long as it doesn't rain at night, which is what.
That kills the fireworks. My daughter is like a fireworks fiend.
I don't know if the weatherman is just giving to people what they want. Like, yeah, it's going to be fine during the fireworks. But that's what they say.
No, they almost canceled fireworks during the pandemic. And my daughter's autistic, and she's so used to seeing it. She gets so excited about 4th of July because of fireworks. And they were going to cancel fireworks. And we were racking our brains. How do we tell her?
Oh, no.
But then Wellington had fireworks, but they wanted social distancing, so they loaded everybody up in the mall parking lot. And they're like, everybody stay in your cars, and we'll do fireworks over the pond that they had back there.
What a crazy time.
Yeah, so we did it, and she kept wanting to get out of the car and see better the fireworks. I'm like, no, you can't leave the car. You have to stay in the car. We'll get in trouble. Weird. That's why I don't want it to rain during the fireworks, because I'm just worried about the kid freaking out.
No, they'll be good. We're gonna get it. We're gonna light them off this week. It's gonna happen. Rain or shine, doesn't matter. Or rain or.
Well, it's not gonna shine.
Yeah.
Fireworks are kind of lame in the daytime.
On Sunday night, I could not get my Uber. It was so jacked up. It was surging. I took the Hilton shuttle to the Hilton. I just hopped on it. I said, take me to the Hilton.
You take Uber like that, right?
Got an Uber just like that for so much
On
less.
that hand, even 50 was no good.
Yeah, you gotta play their game too.
Yeah.
So, every time I take an Uber, though, they
I had
leave me their business
660
card,
when
and
it
they try so hard to recruit me for just being, like, just taking them privately. I'm all in.
They really
One hand, all in. Miss Betty. It's a pretty good hand, though. Ace Jack. Short stacks.
I mean, really?
25K.
I would say so.
They're like, give me a call privately. Give, like 1-800 call Steve instead of Uber.
So you be a subcontractor?
No.
They're just
Like,
trying to skip
They're
their
saying
cut.
Uber is just ripping everybody off
They're just trying to. They're trying to take them a little bit out. That's all.
because they're saying Uber nowadays is just not paying them well.
Oh.
Like they're so unhappy with the distribution, the way it works, and all that now.
Yeah, but it's safe. That's the problem.
Nothing's 100% safe.
Right, but it's safer than just
So they
calling
always try to say, hey,
Steve.
Yeah, you go to the airport
Somebody
all the
you
time,
don't know.
just call me.
I don't
named
know.
Steve.
6'5", no martial
You know
arts.
what I mean? Like, yeah, off the book.
I think I'm good.
Give it 10%
Maybe you, Matt, but the majority of the population.
I don't think the guys from Taken are after me.
What do you drive?
My old car. I refuse to buy a new car yet.
Oh my gosh, I wish I had my old car. I miss it so badly.
My car's missing.
Because sometimes I'll walk around,
No,
like
I
and
had
people
it,
that look kind of seedy, and I'll kind of look at them a little bit. Because I'm like, you know what? It's been a while since I've had some practice. I could use the practice. Kind of hope they try a little something.
Yeah,
I
somebody.
don't want them to whip out a gun or anything, but
Well, that's the problem. Everybody's got a gun.
everybody, like, I see people all the time, like, yelling and screaming, getting in people's faces, and
Yeah.
I'm like, let me run into one of them.
You know, my
Tune
son
'em up.
told me about a new Honda Accord, and
2014, now 2025.
I've heard that too. That's so funny. He had electrical problems with his. It was weird.
I had my whole AC go out. I got diamonds too. For every 1,000 miles I put in.
All right, Diamonds. Airborne's Diamonds against Dave's Diamonds.
Diamond Dave.
And Diamond Dave's got a little better diamonds.
I'll give him 10.
Jack,
Jacks,
oh, another
triple
Jack. Yeah, it's
jacks.
done. And a King.
A king to boot. Airborne is.
Not well. He's not.
He's not.
He's
out
not
of it
grounded, but he ain't as high in the air anymore.
Oh gosh, that
Descend
was
to
awesome
8,000
land
feet.
like
Loss
that.
of cabin
That's a
pressure.
rookie move. That is so bad.
Deuce 4. 2,000, 4,000, 4,000 big blind ante. We're getting there. 18 players remain, and that sounds like 2 tables.
Matt Firestone went to Vegas today. He just decided yesterday.
I don't know why I decided I couldn't go. I mean, I went a couple weeks before. You saw my picture.
Everybody says it's freaking hot out there.
Oh, yeah.
My sister lives in
I wouldn't know. I stay in the air conditioning.
Right.
less than 2 hours.
Right, right.
I hear though.
It was 116 yesterday.
Lady asked me, "What's the secret?" Because she didn't believe I was 49.
I'd much rather
Like, what's
be-
your
I'd
secret?
much rather be
You have
in
such
that
great
than
skin. I said, I don't go out in the sun ever. I stay inside. It's like a freaking vampire in the air conditioning.
Although one thing
so my skin doesn't get all roasty and fried and all that stuff.
Like a baked potato.
Yeah.
Lines are up 366.
My kids are in Paris, and they're melting. They said there is no relief because nobody has air
Because you want to know my routine. I'm like, just don't go outside.
Where do you live, Steve?
Wear shades. Wear hats.
Oh, okay. Golly, I hate to.
Dry heat or is it? It's
I'm from
Short
How did
two.
you know his name?
There it is.
I played with him.
All right. We got it.
We're really close.
No, he knows. He's
friends,
on top
aren't
of
we?
it.
There for like 30 minutes before I got
I
knocked
don't
out.
know anybody's name until I'm forced to. And you can ask anybody who knows me.
No, we're
They'll go to me, hey, you know.
Yeah, I've been dealing to him for years. He only learned my name like a year ago.
no, we're at 3,500 feet, 4,000 elevation, so it's super dry. Desert.
The only one whose name you learn on the very first day is Betty. Because she'll tell you. She'll get yours.
She said it before she sat down at the table.
Yes.
It's like, hey, y'all, I'm Betty.
I was like,
I'm all in.
I've never seen you before. What's your
I'm
name?
Betty. What's your name?
I gotta know how many.
Pramod here under the gun with the King Jack. Gonna
I
raise it
never posted
14,000.
It's gotta be in the thousands.
Who's that? Is that my friend?
Yeah, I don't have.
It's like 3x.
Everybody's your
plus.
friend, Betty.
Oh.
3.5x.
There's 3 players.
Steve disgustingly looks down at 10-3 offsuit in the big blind.
Two unders.
I mean, when
Pramod
you're big
shows it.
blind, yeah, it's
Under
you want
the
at
gun.
least you want a little something.
Oh,
If I'm
sure.
like 10-3 offsuit, you're like, come on, what can you do with that?
Well, it was a huge raise too. Maybe
Yeah, I know. When
14,000.
you get raised like that, you want to maybe ace 3.
Right.
Get
Let me punish
something.
this guy.
You are very
Something,
handsome,
anything.
I have to admit.
Very hot.
I just want to do a Woody cap. Everybody wears a cap for a
Oh,
tournament.
like a bucket?
I don't have any buckets. I see them on some of my sites all the time. They're cheap.
I told Gary Collins I've been golfing a lot since my daughter's here, and I said I need to up my golf pack game, and he brought me
Talk to this
2
guy.
nuts.
Give her some advice.
No. But this is Woodrow related.
Yes, ma'am. 10 queen, ma'am.
Oh, and
All in.
All in on the button with an ace. Pramod looking at a 9-5. Probably not good enough to call. He agrees. Bet he
I'm just
takes it
trying to
down.
Make it here in these streets.
It's hard out there in these
And get
streets.
fortunes.
Well, from Florida. I live in El Paso.
People in the streets. Da-da-dee-da.
Let me take a little peek into the jaw. Decent.
Decent.
Not great, but decent.
Ooh, airborne under the gun. That probably should do it for him. Oh, okay, just a smooth call.
Calls.
Interesting.
Yeah, a lot of players to act behind.
Did y'all hear Brian Hardy cash?
Didn't matter. He got everybody out except for the
Doesn't matter.
dealer. Steve with the ace 10. 24,000.
The dealer. Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about Luca. I've seen him play.
I have a question no one can answer. Right? So
Was he like to gamble
they're not rewarding you.
or the opposite?
Right.
So the WPT promotion.
Kind of both, a little bit.
Okay.
If that guy had won the bracelet.
But they had already decided to give it to him. They haven't updated that if they took it back.
But is it a technicality? That
All right.
is it get it
Classic
wrong?
coin flip. 8s against ace 10.
Right, they had already said that beforehand.
Okay, but
So
guess
if they would have waited, they could have got.
Well, Willie C calls.
Wow,
My
the
bad. I might have said that a little too soon.
Oh,
Legally,
I
there's
think
no
you didn't. I think you're right.
No, as soon as that controversy came in.
Okay,
then
now
obviously,
it's
like,
classic
you
coin
should
flip.
expect
Yeah.
we are paying no matter what.
8s versus ace 10.
like having ace king.
Classic.
I see your 8 coming.
Ooh,
How
10
much
for
is that?
Steve, but the
10.
straight draw, there it is. Now Airborne has to catch a card. Needs a,
Oh, no.
and he does catch that card.
You got me covered.
That was
I know, that's crazy.
an exchange back and forth.
Trip 10's good, right?
In that
That's what he's
situation,
saying. He goes, I need to win one of these.
No, he got 49.5. You got 49.
Bob knocked me out.
That's what he
Oh, Luca. Couldn't have said it any better.
All right, see ya, Bill.
He's got me covered, right? Nah,
No.
he's got 49.5. You got 40. He's got you covered.
No, as a
Don't give him hope like that, Luca.
guess how much rain we had all year so far from
I'm going to say 10 inches.
0.79 inches.
It's entire year.
Not even an inch.
Where do you get the water from? You got like some major dam out there somewhere?
North of there, they have a big dam, and they'll flood the Rio Grande, but for the crops. But yeah, so 0.79 inches to the day. Pretty ridiculous.
That is crazy. Got it?
Bobby with the King Jack in the fold.
I think last year we
You
had
don't have that free when you go to Vegas.
Dave's going to plump it up with his ace 10. Betty folds Jack 10 right behind him.
Just kind of like that.
Notable hands. Pramod
You escape.
on the button.
it's rocks and
Yeah.
The 7-5, and Brian's got 7, so he's going to give it a look-see. Another classic coin flip, ace 10 versus 7s this
I
time.
had it when I first moved out there, and a little spot on this is stupid.
Do y'all do artificial turf like some Florida people?
Brian gets the flop he was looking for, 8-3-3, 7s.
So I have 0 yard maintenance other than raking the rock.
Very strong on that flop, heads up, and he
Get in the rock.
immediately ships it. Doesn't give Dave a chance to
That's Bobby.
c-bet.
It is me.
No, I live up on the base of a mountain.
Bob is the next big blind, and you get a trip up the stairs to the
A little bit, yeah.
other
The
table.
mountain gets covered a few times a year.
But you can you go skiing? Can you drive to skiing?
So if you go 2 hours north is about 13,000 feet, and there's a big ski resort up there.
What is it? Okay, so where's Durango? Durango's in Colorado.
Yeah, it's like 8 hours I think from us.
Because my sister will
Ruidoso
drive.
is awesome.
Oh, it is?
It's the coolest little mountain town. Yeah, I go up there all the time. It's about 30 degrees cooler.
Cool. That's nice. Randy was in Aspen this week.
12,800 feet I think is the ski resort.
Bougie.
We're skiing
Sounds
again
nice.
in different cities.
Aspen.
They just have lots of fires and stuff up there. Flooding. All that fun stuff.
That's a little disappointing.
What was the town nearby?
Huh?
Which town was
Ruidoso?
How is Albuquerque?
Rough.
Rough?
Very rough. One of the most dangerous places in the United States.
What is?
Albuquerque.
Oh.
Breaking Bad.
Lots of drug problems.
I have a lot of friends there.
Hey, why?
Because of the show Breaking Bad. Ace 7 of hearts under the gun for your old Betty.
Have you read about the lady that actually owns that house?
What
People-
house?
People in Breaking Bad. People come and throw pizza on the roof because of that show.
What?
But somebody actually lives there. It's the house that they just use for
Oh, okay.
And people think it's funny. They get a pizza and they throw it on the roof.
Oh, no. The address got
Yeah, the address.
put on the
goes-
interwebs?
Yeah, it did.
Oh, boy.
I'm like, I like TV shows too. I'm not gonna throw stuff on people's roofs.
Hey, that gives me an idea. You want to go to Albuquerque?
No, I don't.
No.
I called it A7 suited under the gun.
They have
Looks
that
good
flight from here
suited.
to Colorado, Denver to
Oh, my God.
something like that.
Yeah, you can connect to anywhere in Texas, really.
In fact, that might be the first time I've ever heard that sentence.
Houston, Dallas.
Want to
What?
go to Albuquerque? Nobody wants to go to Albuquerque.
I'm a native Houstonian, and I moved to Auburn. That's where I raised my kids in Auburn, Alabama. We used to drive back and forth from Houston. And I'll never
I
forget
think you
seeing
should
it
go
in my
home
life.
to
Yeah.
Greenbow, Alabama.
989 miles
Yeah,
or
it's a long
something.
way.
Well, today is Wednesday, and you know what that means.
Done it a couple times.
No, I wanted to go from like Austin. It's 9.
$130
Yeah.
deep stack, baby. 5K guarantee. 6,600 in the prize pool.
There's not many gas stations.
We're down to 15.
Yeah, you do.
Pretty well.
Yeah.
Paying 7.
No, today's environment.
There's some pockets.
I don't know, outside of Austin, where my sister lives.
The University of Austin in Massachusetts.
No cell service the whole way.
It's just all oil rigs from San Antonio to El Paso.
Landman.
Oh,
literally-
yeah,
that's-
when is it coming back?
That's literally what exactly what it's
Gonna
like.
be about 6 months.
It almost looks like it's
Dave's
mid-range,
all
like
in
mid
with a
mid,
queen
like
9
that's like
suited.
Sealed.
3K to go.
Mike on the button trying to get in with the 6-5.
I actually need a count.
He needs a count. Oh boy.
Mike, it ain't the bounty tournament. Relax.
23.
Oh, Michael Jordan.
This is what we got.
I know for a
That's
fact
about it.
I don't know. He only won 6 titles.
Oh, nice. Pretty.
Yeah, that's about it. That's all we got for the year.
This ain't the Panther Fans 23 is Carter Verhaeghe. He's got 3 titles. He's catching up.
Would you have?
3?
Yeah, he won 1 with Tampa Bay. That's where
Oh.
we got him from. In 2022, and then they didn't have room for him under the cap, so they put him on waivers, and we yoink grabbed him up instantly, and then he won 2
Okay.
with us. So he's got 3. The rest of the Panthers have 2.
Brandon.
This is up my shoving. I can't shove
Ace
when y'all are
Queen,
looking.
Ace King, all kinds of goodies. Yeah, I might 3x that if I'm Brian. Go to 18.
Brace. 28.
Yeah, you went a little higher than I would. Because I do want some action with that hand.
Someone said it's salmon.
The great 28.
salmon pigments. It's a shade.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Fuchsia's a shade.
All right. We're going to see a flop.
Ace King Queen from Maximum Pain.
I was visiting my family last week, and then my wife's family this week, and then we're going out on.
I got nothing for Christmas.
Then head back.
You had me going there, too. I was all like, yeah, come on. Let's do it. Ace, King, Queen. It's going to happen.
Working from abroad.
4s have been hot. I hate to be the guy that says that,
Yeah,
but it's
Brian obviously went to the Cobra Kai dojo of poker because after the big raise insta shove,
true. He sweeps the leg.
strike first, no mercy.
Boom.
No, the whole thing is strike first. It's not sweep the leg.
Oh, okay.
Great show, by the way, if you haven't watched it.
That's what people say.
It's
I
really good.
probably will watch it at some point in time. It's just got to fall in my lap.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's like a straight to YouTube show, wasn't it?
The first season was, and then it did so well that Netflix bought them out.
Okay.
So the rest of the show had its run on Netflix.
All in.
All in.
Mike's all in next hand, too. No? Gives
He's
it a-
like, yeah, you can take that back there, buddy.
Probably.
We don't need it no more.
I'm not against it. Depends how many players in front of me go on.
You do big blind here,
Or
buddy?
raise.
It's gonna happen sooner or later, right?
And I'm known for playing premiums.
Ooh, maybe he is. 10-9 of clubs.
Yep.
Calls 6K. We got another limper right behind Dave, Betty. Gonna call 6K.
Well,
Pramod.
no one punished the limpers.
5 players.
5 players.
Seems like a lot.
With these chip stacks in this stage of the game, yeah, it's a lot.
Mike flops middle pair. Nobody's got an ace, but he doesn't know that.
Ooh, I don't like that check around.
King. That's gonna help Betty. That's gonna
Mike
help
take
Betty in a big
stab?
way.
With 2 overs, it would be a bold move, sir.
20,500.
Wow. That's a huge bet. I guess it's not. 5 players. There's 30 in the
I can't
pot.
fold that if I'm betting. You've got the top or second pair.
Ooh.
She does.
She
fold
folds it.
She
Scared
had
of the
second
ace.
pair and the gut shot. I'm like, you know what?
Look at Mike go.
But nobody bet at the first round. It would be tough to put him on an ace.
Buy in. We didn't see. You got to take a walk before the rain comes. It's a good time to do it. Walking in the rain, not advised.
What about a Stanley Cup parade in the rain?
Do it.
That was last year.
You got to go for it. Stanley Cup?
Yeah,
sure.
We fried out in the sun this year. But the year before, it rained almost the whole time.
I've stayed out in the rain for less. Mike's got a fold. He doesn't look happy about it. Dave's going to push right behind him with pocket tens, baby.
Tens. Betty's right behind with sixes.
Betty takes the conservative approach.
Yeah, I thought she might have played there, but nope. Can't see anybody else calling among these hands. Well, Brian with the kind of club hand. This time it isn't clubs, just like he wanted.
K9 of clubs.
35K.
35.
Is that a Twix on top of his card? Or
No, you're just really freaking hungry.
oh, that's what it is. That was one of those bite-sized Twix.
You're not gonna turn into Joe Pesci on me, are you?
Supermodels.
Here, eat the Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. What do you model? Gloves?
Blocking it.
And no help for Brian. Tens are still in the lead. Turn card is a king. Now Dave's got to suck out with a 10.
Oh.
And another king. What's with these unnecessary rivers? Just making it worse. And
Dave's out.
Dave has been eliminated.
Crazy.
Down to 12.
See, David.
Must be carnage on the other
Are you
table.
gonna think of,
Lead open.
PLO? You like PLO, don't you? You love it?
The whole table, except for Brian, is in that
Last night.
danger zone.
Bum, 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 bum.
And that's the thing about being in the danger zone, short-handed.
Is it I went to the danger zone or is it highway?
Highway to the danger zone. Take it, and then let's take it right into the danger zone.
Take it right into the danger zone.
Is the second lyric. Right. But those orbits come around doggone quick, short-handed. So these short stacks, somebody's going to have to start making moves, and pretty quick.
Steve might.
People don't know how to play it. I agree. That's the thing. Totally a post. It's a
Race
completely
24.
post-flop game.
24.
As opposed to
Dude.
a pre-flop game.
Dude. Makes it 24, Jack Bauer style.
Bam, bam,
Pocket
bam.
aces are just as good as deuces.
They're bad.
After every time the president would give like a little speech, I'd go, "That's all state stand."
Yep. It's definitely a five-hand.
Forget all states. He'll
game,
always be
like,
Pedro
like
Serrano.
You gotta have a flush.
To me.
You gotta have a
Okay.
Ditch the accent.
I completely did not put
Yeah.
that together.
Yeah, that's him.
Serrano won bet.
Back door becomes very important. Too. Like,
Rebel Poker jumping in.
What's
Yo,
up,
yo, yo,
Rebel?
yourself.
How's it going out there?
back door equity is huge.
He's jumping in, not quite at final table, but close to final table. 13 players remain.
Hey, we're getting there. And yo, yo, I make a wicked cup of cocoa.
Brian gonna force the issue with an ace-king. An all-in, and Betty snap calls. Or Betty goes all in, and Brian snap calls. Jack-9 versus ace-king, both of them offsuit. The run out, Betty needs a jack or a 9, does not get there.
Almost. See you guys.
Man, Brian's setting him up and knocking him down.
Brian is just...
You bought me some hats for my golf game.
Holding up the blue.
We might have to wait a moment.
Oh, shoot. Rebels at Dodger Stadium? Sick.
Don't let him fool you. He's up at Vero Beach.
Oh.
Yeah, hanging out at Dodger Town. They never took that name off of that stadium, even though the Dodgers haven't had spring training there in like over a decade.
Oh, no. Are we on a break? We are on a break, Matt.
We are on the break.
You want to do a little handemonium?
Yeah, while we were at the break, we're going to give you some handemonium. Series of clips and highlights from previous tournaments, so enjoy that, and we'll be back with more featured table action here at our Wednesday 1:30 buy-in 5K guarantee.
We'll be back in like, what is it, 10 minutes of handemonium?
10, yeah, 10.
Okay, 10 minutes. Start.
Sal here, gonna raised up to 6,500 with the King 9.
He's been opening a bunch, Pbkc. He's been getting a bunch of really good cards. As you saw, he had the Ace King suited. Before that, he had a bunch of pocket pairs.
Gonna be heads up to this flop. Deuce 3-5. Neither player connecting. King high of Pbkc still in the lead.
A diamond there, one diamond on the flop.
Check, check. Another diamond.
The power of the back doors.
This is where I'd expect. I was going to say I would expect the bet from Paul there in a way. I went check, check on the flop. Now you pick up the.
Right.
But instead,
I'd imagine a call, at least.
What's the bet here? 8K into 17.
Raise? Nice.
Wow.
Okay.
It's another way to play it.
It is. It's going to get through, too.
Oh, is it going to get through?
Wow.
Whoa. What did we just see there?
Wait a sec, man. Is that even possible? What?
Small blind, big blind.
Wow.
It's a hell of a play. He had King 9 there.
Here?
Here's the blind versus blind here. We're going to see Mike limping in with the King 5 of clubs, and Georgia will happily check the 7 deuce.
Yeah. Oh, she flops gold. Wow. And now Mike's going to lead into her.
And even better, Mike's going to lead in. He does have a flush draw
that's
here.
True.
So
that
is
is
an
true.
action flop.
Yeah, it could be. She just says, "Okay, I got," and then she whispered in his ear, "I got a deuce." She leaned in.
Over the top.
Oh no! 7 deuce for the boat. This is one of the hands. What the hand were you on?
Wow.
This is crazy. I don't know. What do you mean? What number is this hand?
It shows up in a little bit. All right, we got 10,000 bet here. Georgia's standing up just to make sure she sees
she's
what.
Like, that is what I'm looking at. That's a 7.
No, I know, but it shows in the beginning of the hand.
She doesn't raise. Lets him. You know what? Let the player dunk off of the rest of his chips.
And look at this small betting by Mike here, too.
Right. All right, she said enough was enough. Yeah, he calls. How can you not fall through there? Oh, man, 7 deuce. He's like, what in the world? I got limited.
That progressed a lot slower, too, than I thought it would. It like kept betting like 5,000, 10,000.
Small blind versus big blind.
But eventually it gets all in as we imagined it would with full house against second nut flush.
And he's still stunned about it. He's like, what? That's a revolving chair for sure.
Yep. That's Thomas first here. He's well, Thomas is first. He'll fold. Now we're to Israel.
Right.
Well, look at what Diana's got behind him. Kings for Diana.
King, yes. Let's get max value here. She looks at the clock where the blinds are at. We're at 3-5. I want to get value, 15K. Oh, never mind. All in. No value at all.
Yeah, she's still, blinds at 3-5-5.
Oh, my God. New player sits down to aces. He says, I guess I call. Cooler City. What?
Wow.
Is that even legal? Oh, man. Brutality right there.
What a table change for David right now. Still going to have to hold up here, but great shape.
6 tray 7 flop, it sure is.
Spades, though.
Oh, spade for king
Diana.
spade. Brick on the river
7 of
7.
hearts.
Good
So
game,
David going to
Diana.
knock out Diana there.
You know, sometimes in a tournament, you wait all day for kings.
Yeah, that's what they call the definition of a cooler there. Aces against kings.
Yeah.
Not much you can do.
No, nothing you can do there. I mean, even if they saw the flop, it gets in the same way. You know?
Oh, 100%.
So
It's all right. We're going to get there together.
I don't know if I'll ever get there, Terry.
I would say starting stacks average stack
60?
right now is probably 60,
Yeah.
give or take. We could go
Hey,
up.
if you
We
go
could go up
89,
and look at the
half the
screen,
field.
but you know,
No,
I was going to
we're
say
not-
the screen's there, but that's
No.
it's
We're
not
not doing
really
that.
accurate.
It's too far.
That's
It's too far.
30
not
minutes
doing
into
that.
the future.
Am I going to limp 9-8 suited? Adam right behind him with a pocket pair.
I'm not sure. I think that's a little too early position, especially with Mike's stack size to
I
be
would like-
calling with
I like-
8-9 suited.
Listen, man, at this stage of the game, I like the raise or fold method.
Yeah,
If
100%.
If you want to play it, just make a little raise, and if you don't want to raise with the hand, then just fold. Unless, of course, Mike is balancing in some monsters.
Airborne
which I kinda
Ranger.
don't know if he is.
Oh wow.
Airborne Ranger says
Speaking of
we're in better shape
monsters-
today. 34 left at the second break yesterday. You don't have to tell me. I was there.
Incoming 3-bet from Ryan. Or not.
Hello?
Very sneaky flat here from Queens on the big blind.
Wow,
This
he
might
got
actually
lucky
work out
with
for
that
him.
flop.
Yeah.
Nothing on the flop. Great
This
news
might-
for
and a-
us.
and a
Wow,
check.
look
He
at
was
the check.
Full trap mode from
That
Ryan
is
here. Yeah.
that is an impressive trap.
Fishy.
So, if you're trapping pre and you're trapping on the flop, do you check raise here or
100%. Yes,
I mean,
this is
yeah,
the time.
I think
Yeah.
this is the perfect time.
If he's got aces or kings,
for
it
the
is
check
what it
raise.
is. But this is the one.
There's no way you can. Yeah.
Oh, he's going big.
I mean, there's
I feel like just all in. Why even put in like 35? Just get it in.
when you have like 40 or 50. Yeah. Or you could do. I mean, I guess you could do like a small
is-
raise to like 25, which is still half your stack.
Yeah, but then you're gonna let in all the flush draws in for a cheap price. I mean, this has got to send in
Here's an
alarm
all-in.
bells for
Finish
him.
We're gonna have a snap call. And Ryan is gonna be huge favorite here.
Gino says, "Oh, now you realize you got me," but in fact, he does not. Gino, you can't always be right, buddy.
Yeah, Gino's always right sometimes.
Deuce on the turn.
And a very trappy play from Queens pays off for Ryan. Max value on a 7-high board. Queens versus 10s.
I mean, it's a good trap.
Note it, but maybe it's not. Note it, but maybe it's not going to be in the top 5. Maybe. It's a pretty. It's an interesting play from Ryan here. Very trappy and very well disguised monster Queens on a 7-high board. It just.
I mean, it couldn't have worked out any better with that flop. I mean,
Correct.
7 deuce 4. I mean,
7-4 deuce.
You know,
10s never folding. I mean, there's a lot of flush draws and maybe a top pair A7s that maybe Ryan could be check raising with.
All right, folding around. Rich probably wishes he was on a Poker After Dark right about now. I was joking, Rich.
Oh, he's showing it. He's showing it. The whole reason he's doing it so he can show it.
So he can show everybody 7 deuce.
Yep.
That'll be sick. And he's got Mike thinking about it.
Oh, Mike's calling. Mike's for sure calling it. He is out of position.
And yeah, we're doing this. Big raise to 7 deuce. Mike gets his jack. Rich is, well, he's not drawing dead, but he's drawing life support. And he's still betting. I admire his tenacity. Now Rich is drawing dead. He needed runners.
Rich is never drawing dead.
No, dude, he's drawing dead.
No, he's never drawing dead. Watch this.
Dead.
Watch this.
Dead.
Never drawing dead.
Dead.
deader than Kenny in the first 5 seasons of South Park.
Not when Mike folds his hand. He's not.
He's beyond dead. And you know what? He's dead. He got up like The Walking Dead, and then dead again.
Buddy, when Mike folds his hand, we'll see who's drawing dead. And then when he shows it, that's going to be the best part.
He will. All right, welcome back in, everybody. We hope you enjoyed Handemonium, series of highlights from recent tournaments. But we are back to live action now at our feature table, down to 12 players. At our 130 buy-in, 5K guarantee. 66 entrants. We are paying the top 7 today. We are down to 12.
I'm still here.
Are any of us really here?
For at least another hand.
Me too. You're here for more than one hand because you're the chip leader.
Yeah, back from a quick 10-minute break.
No. You guys are close. Very close. You might actually have.
No, he's got me.
No. Well, you got to include that. I think you got by like $1,000. You had 212. What did you start with? Did you hear him say it? No.
He's got 220 right there.
Yeah, it's close.
All right, Battle of the Blinds. Bob's Nintendo hand, not even worth a limp. And Steve gets the first walk of the day. So, free round of Annies and Blinds. Not bad.
Well, you'll get that anyway. It's just a matter of time.
All right, 488 the level. 20,000 per orbit.
No.
And Mike says no to the Queen 4. Bob has the Queen 4 suited.
Mike says no to the Queen 4?
Yep. But he wasn't suited like Bob, so Bob might play. That and Bob has a better position. It's only got to get past the big blind. Pramod, who has ace-9 in the big blind. So ace-9 off versus Queen 4 suited. Wow. He'll flop the world and bet you out. All into the turn, right. Not wasting any more time.
Aces. Little six-handed fun time here. 2 tables remaining. I don't know what that guy's saying, but I agree. Nice quiet table here.
Is Mike still angry?
Maybe that's just his face. I'm not sure.
Well, Mike's normally a happy, talky guy, but cards aren't falling his way today.
Well, he's still here. That's pretty good.
20.
Uh-oh, Pramod with Steffi Mo's favorite hand. Yeah, yep. Smart.
Bump, bump, bump. Deuces in the muck.
I mean, Brandon can't call here. It's all in or fold. He's already 16K invested.
It's a lot of K.
Yeah, 29K remaining, and you're in for 16 of it.
All right, he's in.
Wow. He leaves him. He calls to see the flop, and leaves himself 17K.
Looks like Bob's going to take the initiative here.
He's only got 17, Bob. Yeah, take it easy. He went to grab a big stack. Brandon needs an 8.
An 8, maybe a queen 10. I don't know. I don't know if that works. I guess it doesn't. Yeah, he's going to need a jack or an 8. No, just an 8.
Just the 8, yeah.
A 10 does nothing. So we are down to 11. Yo, 11. $7-11. One short of a dozen.
The exclusive club where the Panthers party. 11.
11 club?
Yeah.
And we're at 1111 North Congress Avenue.
Exactly.
So, you know. What do we got, a dead small here?
Yep.
I knew it.
Smalls is dead. You're killing me, Smalls.
Some more what? Okay, come on, Promid.
He's like, no value, man. Let me walk.
Yeah, but YouTube's on, so. I mean, YouTube is on, not YouTube. I'm sure that's on too. Somewhere. I wonder when he's going to eat that Twix.
It's not a Twix.
I'll be the judge of that.
It's a card. You don't see the 3 little holes in it? It's a little cinder block.
I thought he just.
Oh, not a cinder block, a little
out.
red brick.
I thought he just hollowed out the Twix.
Why would you do that? Do you want ants? Because that's how you get ants.
Oh.
Bob with the ladies. The ladies man taking all your romantic queries.
I try to do the ladies man. Manny does the best ladies man impersonation.
He must work nights exclusively because I haven't seen him in forever.
Oh no, he doesn't. He doesn't work here anymore.
Oh, okay. Because I was on nights forever, but when we came back from COVID, they moved me to days, and I've been on days ever since. So I don't see any of the night crew anymore.
Yeah, we're here. Looking real tired.
Well, everybody got tired of writing me out for the night shift when I had Panther games. So they're like, you know what, just move him to the day. We're sick of this.
Yeah.
So that's when I became the day man. Oh.
Oh, I miss Nightbot.
I'm sure he misses you too.
Now that show, Always Sunny in Philadelphia, man, is just on another level of hysteria. Blind on blind action. Mike with the king. Good enough. Is that a raise? That's a smooth call.
King 3 against 5-4. What do we got?
A bunch of hearts.
A lot of hearts.
No heart yet.
Yep.
Bob picks up a straight draw, though, too. Needs a 6. No help.
Nope. No, it does help. Mike picks up a tray.
A much-needed tray. Not really.
It's the heart that would have been painful. We would have got some fireworks on the river if the heart came. All right, Pauline's back.
Pauline on the scene.
Do you? Why?
Just woke up.
Oh my goodness. No wonder you're tired. I'd be tired too. Not a lot of hours of sleep, sir.
Pramod, Brian, both with nothing. Can't make a call. Over to Mike with an ace on the button. 5-handed, pretty strong. Just another smooth call. Smooth call, Loretta. So we'll see a Flopsky.
Queen for Steve.
Ooh, checks over to Mike, knowing that Mike is.
Ooh, that was sneaky.
Has a high
Don't you
probability to
dare
bet.
raise him.
9. Check, check.
Mike needs an ace and an ace only. That is, well, it's not an ace.
Mike's not going to bet your hand twice.
Yeah, it's like you got all you were going to get from him on that one.
He'll oblige you one street, that's for sure.
Yeah, at least you're going back to bed now.
For an hour or so, and then I'm off.
Yeah, it helps so.
Is it raining again?
Score really is.
It seems like that.
Dang it.
That's fine. We'll take it now. Now's a good time for it.
Yeah, but Anne's out on her walk.
Oh, no.
I was going to say, man.
You think Anne's close by?
I don't know. Just says in Florida. It's a big place.
In
Well, that's what it says.
I know. Mike here with ace king. Ace a king. Just another smooth call. Letting Pramod see a
Promenade.
flop.
What did you say?
No help for Pramod.
None. Well, a little bit.
This
on
one.
the turn, yeah.
Just waiting for that.
Mike was waiting for him to bet, getting a couple extra trips.
He said one more to go.
One more till final table.
So I guess they had an elimination up there. So 10. 2 5-handed tables. This is where the blinds can get especially vicious.
Good thing we're not hand for hand. I hate it when that happens.
Oh, nobody likes hand for hand. Do you think if they were getting 99 entries, they just closed registration a little bit early, just so they don't have to pay the 10th spot and do hand for hand?
They should.
J9, Queen 9. But not this time.
Developing a complex, Bob. You're too old to have complexes.
I don't know who had the J9, who had the King, Queen.
Bob
9.
had the Jack 9.
Oh, wow. So he was way behind.
But he bet him out of it. So that's what you got to do when you're way behind, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Really only get away with that move pre-flop. Because if there's anything on the flop. Oh, wow. We didn't get to see any of the pain. They lost another player on the other table. But that's okay because after this hand, we're going to be down to final table. And then we're going to see all the pain.
Is that your prediction?
Prediction?
Pain.
Pain.
Are we? I heard somebody sing it.
Yeah, Joe said hold the action.
Nice.
After this hand. That doesn't mean Miss Pauline shouldn't be shuffling up right now because, you know. High card.
We're waiting on the cards.
Who's my iced tea?
The drink or the wrapper?
I think the drink.
Okay.
I think he's booked today, Ice-T.
I don't know how much they had to pay him to play himself on Rick and Morty. Because that was actually Ice-T.
Was it really?
Yeah, that wasn't an impersonator. That was Ice-T that played Ice-T. So they must have had to pay him, bro.
Good, that was comfortable.
So this one's 6 now. You guys switched it. You go to 9 now. They used to put the 10 out, and then what happened? Nothing happened.
Oh, you're coming here?
That's how they should do it. Let's be honest. But
You're full? I'm going to go share with you two on mine. Excellent. We should go get those too.
Here we go, yo.
All right, with a little rearrangements. Some
We've made it.
updated graphics, and we'll get going with our final table here.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was asking.
And as commentators, we have to stay neutral, so we're not allowed to root for anybody.
Well, we could always root for the big stack.
I tend to root for the pain. Like I want to see those excruciating like suckouts. You know, the guy's drawing a 1 card, and then he hits it, and it's like that bit on The Simpsons. We can't pause live, but if we could, I'd have rolled it back and be like, see, it's right there where his soul gets crushed. See, Lisa? Here, let me roll it back. There.
What episode was that? I remember.
Oh, that was early season. Yeah, that was way back, like one of the first couple of seasons. When Lisa broke Ralph's heart on TV. She didn't mean to, but Bart got a hold of it, and he recorded it, and he's all like, see, Lisa, right here. That's where his heart gets broken, right there. Let me roll it back for you. See it again. There.
Craig's got like about $1.60. Trying to see where the big stacks are. Looks like Bob. I don't know. I think it's 2 rows. That's 200. Bob with around 200. Pramod up there. Alrighty.
Congratulations on making final table. We are paying the top 7.
Yep.
Discuss any deals or chops. Just do so in between hands. You get button. Buttons right there.
All right, and here's our final table chip count here to start. Half the table in the danger zone. Blinds are 4, 8, 8, 20K in orbit. Now, having a full table gives you takes a little pressure off the short stacks, but not much. It's a lot easier to do it with 9 players than 5. But still not the place to be.
I think that's your box, right? Is that your box? Which box is he?
I thought once the other guy told me this one.
Yeah.
That one, yes. The one on the player's right, the dealer's left.
Okay.
Well, put him in the box. Put it in the box, dude. There you go. Because he looked at it and then put him back down. I'm like, he's saying, which box do I put him in? And then they told him. And then he did nothing.
Right.
Like, dude, you didn't do it?
Rocco with the King Jack. It's going to fold in early position.
Craig with Snowman. We haven't seen Snowman in a while.
Yeah, the first couple of hands we had it.
They didn't work well, but maybe things will turn around. Here's Pramod with, well, a hand half as good.
And Bob with the Ace Jack.
All in. Ooh, and Craig says, nah, I'll in over the top.
Wow. That's
Bob,
a great move.
and Bob's got them both covered.
That's a great move from Craig.
Bob could legit knock 2 guys out here.
I don't think he can call. Not with Craig's stack.
I'm not saying it would be prudent to call. But he does have them covered. But he decides, you know what? Nah, you guys fight. 4s versus 8s. Pramod up against it here. Needs a 4. Nope. Still nope. Also nope. So it's a great big nope. Bob can pat himself on the back because he didn't get there. No ace, no jack. Yep. So he's like, yep. That's why you let them fight.
So now it's time for every player's least favorite time, bubble time.
Whatever the bubble back gets money for the buy-in. 130. Yeah, whatever. So we're 200. $20 piece.
$20 off each place would be 140. So it would basically be break even.
No, 160. There's 8 players.
No, I said if you take 20 off each place, if they did it that way. Because there's 7 places.
Oh,
At the prize pool.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm talking.
I tried not to bring any money. 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Wow.
Who's collecting it? You are?
Yeah, Rocco. What seed is that?
9.
Rocco. Mike.
Okay, Bob, it's on you.
Again? How many Bobs we got? 3. Too many.
All of them.
I got a meeting with the Bobs in like a couple of minutes.
Yeah. So many years after seeing that movie, and I love that movie so much that I realized that Dr. Cox from Scrubs was one of the Bobs.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because I watched it again like fairly recently. I'm like, wait, is that Dr. Cox?
Yeah. he's
and then he
amazing.
slowed down and said it the way he did it, even though he hadn't, nobody heard of Scrubs. It wasn't even a show yet. What would you say you do here? And I'm like, oh, how did I miss that? Because he said it exactly the way Dr. Cox would say that.
Bob's got a king 10 under the gun. Which Bob? The world may never know. Okay, it's the one under the gun.
Right.
Jim with a 10-9. And Mike is also going to try to see a flop here. Ooh, a lot of limpas.
At this stage of the game, people should really be punishing limpers.
All hearts.
Jim got a 9 out of that.
Mike's got a 7 hearts. I'm sure he doesn't think it's good, but it is.
He's actually the odds-on favorite, even though Jim is technically winning the hand.
28 days later.
Years later now. Well, not yet.
Yeah.
Well, he's not out yet. It's coming.
The trailer looked good.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Just
when I think they run out of ideas for zombie horror survival, I'm like, nah, they they come out with something new.
It's a strong genre.
Yeah.
Kid cartoons.
They're like, what about Walking Dead? I'm like, I gave up after like season 4.
I know. It was such a good show.
And then I came back for a little while when Negan made it in there because I like read ahead, you know, in the graphic novel.
Mm-hmm.
But then I went away again.
I watched up until Negan.
Yeah, because you're supposed to hate the guy because he's a villain. But Jeffrey Dean Morgan just made it. How do you hate this guy? Hot diggity dough. Like, doesn't look like the villain in the graphic novel. Nothing like him.
Craig looking for action. I never saw the graphic novel. What did his character look like?
No, it's not about looks. It's just action. Because comic Negan is like way more cold and not as charismatic.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, Craig got out flop there. The ladies are going to cost him. Yep. And they deviated too much from it.
Gets right off it, though.
Because I'm reading ahead, and I'm like, that's why the story kind of went downhill in the show. Because I'm
Why?
like, people that are dead in the comic are alive in the show, and vice versa.
Oh.
Yeah. Everybody was heartbroken. Rick had to, like, you know, the whole Sophia thing. I'm like, what am I looking at? She's alive in the comic.
Stop doing your job.
Just, you know, stuff like that. Then they killed Carl. I'm like, no, Carl's alive in the comic. In fact, he's married to Sophia. You know, as adults, and they're like, you know,
yeah,
'cause it shows them way in the future. It was
Carl.
Coral.
Rocco with the high 9-7.
Your eye looks better today, Bob. Your eye looks better.
Yeah. You know, it's a pickle out there.
Yeah. Isn't that nice when you start feeling better little by little?
Yeah. It's been since April 24th.
Long time. You'll get there.
It's true.
It's just one thing, no, so with it. Well, what a classy group of guys we got here. And Mike. I just said, I'm just kidding, Mike. I love him. I can only.
You do know they watch this show, right? Because when they watch the replays.
Honestly, I can only say that to Mike because I know that he's going to give it right back to me. So 5-10. Oh, great. You can count.
He can also fold, which he should, because those cards are Charles Barkley terrible.
And that's just terrible. I mean, that is just terrible. I love Charles Barkley. I mean, this guy.
I really wish he could have won a title just once.
He is, yeah. I just love people that just tells it like it is,
Yeah.
no matter what.
I mean, Shaq told him to like drop a bunch of weight. He's like, you got to work out like a demon, like back in '06 when he first came to the Heat, and he got Gary Payton and all them guys to sign one-year deals for the vet minimum.
Okay.
And he said to Charles, "Hey, come on, man, get in the gym." Come on down and, just take the $1 million veterans minimum because we're chasing a ring. And Barkley's like, it's going to be a lot of work. I don't want to do it. And then they won the title that year. I'm like, man, I wish Barkley would have come along for the ride. Haven't played 12 minutes, backing up Udonis Haslem.
Really? Barkley was in the conversation
Yeah.
when.
Yeah, because Shaq went out and got. He was helping to recruit these guys.
Yeah.
Because Peyton never won a ring, so he was trying to get Peyton to come over. He tried to get Karl Malone to come over.
Oh, wow.
But a lot of those guys are like, I don't want to be a backup. And Shaq's like, okay, but we're going to go get a ring. And then they got a ring.
That's sick. I did not know that. What year was that?
06.
Barkley was still in playing shape?
Well, no, he had retired, but and he was thinking about getting into broadcasting. He was only out for like a year.
Right. Okay.
Same with Malone, because I think Malone had like just retired, I think, at the end of 05. Yeah, go ahead and look that up. No, but Shaq was like legit. Now they have rules against that, but Shaq was out there like legit trying to recruit guys, to come off the bench.
Yeah.
And the only one he got was Gary Payton.
It's so weird.
It's like, come on.
Gary Payton, Alonzo Mourning, Jason Williams, Udonis Haslem, Posey, Antonio Walker, or Antoine Walker, I'm sorry. Antoine
There's
Walker.
the flop. That's a pair of sevens and an open ender from Mike. Brian's got 2 overs and a gutter. A 10 will give him a straight. Yeah, because Peyton had only made one final with the Sonics, and they just got stomped by Jordan and the Bulls.
42. So Rocco, I have friends that used to come down to visit their parents.
I'm all at 2.
Call them.
Ooh, hey, Brian almost showed his cards too before he made the call.
I had 5, 10 of spades.
All right, Brian shows his hand. He knows he needs some help. He needs a king, a jack, or a 10. Mike leading with the sevens. That's no help. River card is a jack.
Yeah.
Brian catches the jack and eliminates Mike.
Oh, man. Mike Mikey.
You wasn't talking to me.
Oh, I forgot all about that.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like, oh yeah.
Not bad.
I think you might have been the one who did it to me the first time too.
It's not the true
Yeah,
bubble,
her.
you know. You gotta
Yeah,
swing
it's always the dealer's fault. The dealer did it to you. It's just, you know, it's not the other guy who called while behind.
Thanks a lot, Paul.
But liked his draw.
Well, Mike, you held in there.
And you know what that means? It's money time. Everybody remaining will get some of the prize pool. If you happen to be watching on Twitch, you can hit exclamation payouts and get a whole breakdown of the payouts that we're offering today, like so. I shall demonstrate. And for YouTube and Facebook and X, I'll just give a quick breakdown here. 7th place, we're paying $339. 6th place, we will pay $402. 5th place, $504. 4th place, $670. 3rd place, $947. 2nd place, we'll take $1,428, and our winner, $2,310.
It's a lot of dollars.
Not bad for a day's work, eh?
I'd say so.
Not sure why I said it Canadians, though.
Canada, eh? Almost made it.
I've heard that theory.
What?
Well, a Floridian that loves hockey and, you know, and generally anything cold weather related. And they're like, you sure you weren't switched at birth at, like, the hospital with, like, Canadian tourists? They're like, no, Floridians actually love hockey. I know it's a weird concept to grasp.
Watch out, Canada. We're coming for the maple syrup next.
Oh, we already took it. Dude, we took that decades ago. Maple syrup? Yeah, Vermont went and took that.
Okay.
Merck can make maple syrup.
Well, at least you got the French fries and gravy.
Oh, the poutine? Oh, yeah. It was amazing. I had never, when I went to Canada this past April.
Canada?
I'd never been to any other country before, and I went primarily to go to the Hall of Fame up there, the Hockey Hall of Fame. And I said, I have to try poutine. It sounds cliche, but, dude, poutine was awesome.
Oh,
I'm like, why do we not have poutine in America? We import so much culinary-wise from other countries. I'm like, I've never seen a Canadian joint with poutine.
I think it just goes against. It's like French fries are good enough. It's like, do we really need to make them even better? But
yeah, but the poutine place I went to, they had like all different kinds. There's not just like one.
Right.
I got spicy chicken poutine, which is they take spicy chicken like bits and they chop it up and they put it in with the sauce and the fries, and you ate it with a fork, and I'm like, dude, this is incredible. Yeah. I would order this at a local joint if they offered it.
What do we got here? But looks like Bob's caught a little ace.
Yep. This is Bob. Bob is doing well. I miss them commercials. I don't think that company's around anymore.
Which company was that?
That had the Smile and Bob commercials. You know, for the man pills. I'm trying to remember.
Oh.
And then it always started off the same way. This is Bob.
Oh, right.
And he had the big grin.
Yeah. So we are in the money. We're in the money. Hand number 95. Folds around. Battle of the Blinds. Oh, and Bob is doing well.
Oh, yeah.
Brian's got eights right behind him.
He's like, how dare you raise me on my big blind with my eights, sir? How very dare you?
So a little coin flip here, but let's see what the flop brings. Plenty of betting to go around. King, nice little scare card.
Yeah, it
for
is.
both players.
All right, so Bob's got 2 overs and a gutter for Broadway.
And Brian's going to bet right into him.
Yep. Bob's like, oh, that's a hell of a draw. How do I let this go? I don't think he can. He
Let
is
it
going to
go.
let it go.
He did.
He let it go like Elsa. And he was up against Snowmen. All of the Frozen references will be made.
Yeah, very big hand, ace queen, but couldn't catch anything on the flop, and pocket eights gets the check mark there. Steve
Ooh,
now.
hey now. Bob with King Jack going to raise with it. Steve's like, do I repop him or do I just play along? Brian with eights.
That might be a misread. A lot of the times,
Yeah,
when
I'm
the
just going to say,
same
well,
hand, back to back, it's a misread.
Well, no, wasn't it the other way around? No, it wasn't. Ooh, I don't think that's a misread with the queens. The eights might be a misread.
Yeah, yeah.
Not the
just
queens.
eights, just the eights. You never know, though. Could be legit.
I think Brian would have played with eights.
This after
For
you
25K, yeah. I mean, I think if
He
he
did
really
so
had
well
eights,
with it last
right,
time.
he would have at least seen a flop.
But after a raise and a re-raise, eight's probably not so strong. But I don't think he had them. Anyways, Bob's got a real big decision here. He's got a lot of chips, but this is a very scary raise.
So scary.
He might be thinking that ace-king is a possibility. If that's the case, then Bob
Yeah,
doesn't
there we
want a
go.
piece. It's actually a little bit better than ace-king. Pocket queens.
Luna jumping into the chat. Bernie putt stop. Jensen Beach has poutine. I'm like, oh, that sounds good, but
Luna, I hope that's a real place. I'm not.
yeah, because Jensen's a bit of a drive for me.
Wouldn't mind going up there and trying it, though.
Yeah, I might try go on like a foodie trip, try some of these places up the Treasure Coast, especially when Buc-ee's opens. Because I've never been to Buc-ee's, but I'm not driving all the way to St. Augustine to try it. But they're building one out in Fort Pierce. I'm like, yeah, I might go there on one of my Orlando trips, swing by on my way to Orlando.
20K. Going to call on the button there is
yeah, this is whoa. This must be a good hand because he did the whoa, 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 whoa thing.
Bob and
whoa, 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 whoa.
I'm just saying. Good luck, Mr. All In.
Rocco's all in for 30. That's going to get Craig out of there with his 10-7.
Yep.
Jim with the same hand as Rocco, King Queen.
Tomei says Forza Rocco.
Bob's got the ace and a 10, 2 live ones. Oh, Steve's in as well.
Yeah. Some action on this one. King, Queen, Ace 10, and
action.
trays. Look at the tray.
Wow. Steve, just check it, buddy. Oh.
Yeah, Dom, I'm married to an Italian girl, and every time I call her out on that for talking with her hands, I'm like, what even is this? And she's like, you don't stop making fun of me. You're going to catch these hands. He's like, we're Italian. We talk with our hands. And right, and he he flipped it over like it was a karate movie. He's like, yeah.
Triple trays.
Trees.
Treat him.
Gets that one. Rocco eliminated.
My man's got trays for days.
In 7th place.
Down to 6, Matt.
60. Bad. Sad little children gone. 6 good, sweet little children left. Kudos if you get that one.
That's Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah, the real one.
Yeah.
Not the one with Johnny Depp.
I
like
didn't
most of
get
Johnny
through
Depp's stuff, but I'm like,
Yeah,
dude, you're not Willy Wonka. Don't even try it.
I
Gene
didn't
Wilder is Willy Wonka.
Yeah, I didn't want to taint Willy Wonka for me. So like I watched a little bit of it and I was like, no.
Yeah,
that's it.
like no.
I shut it off. It might have been a good movie, but I'll never know.
Never know.
You know what I mean?
I'll spoil it for you. It wasn't good.
Okay, good. So
It was a shameless cash grab. Tom says we can't function without using our hands.
Yeah.
40,000.
40K. Hey, hey.
It's all in. No more action.
All in. Call.
Ooh, AK versus Kingas. Ooh, Craig's got outs.
Oh,
and there it is.
That is
Jim
the
needs an
out.
ace. And he hits the ace.
Chop it up.
Are you kidding me? Oh.
Okay. Thanks.
Oh, were you kidding me?
Thank you, everyone.
I'm not even sure they know what just happened.
Thank you for wasting our time, everybody.
Oh.
It was fun, though. It was fun.
He's like, you want to count it?
Yeah, let's count
No,
it.
dude, you didn't win.
Count it up. Chop it up.
You didn't win, bro. You chopped.
You can count it if you like.
It's not going to do you any good.
You want to count it, see how much money you didn't win or lose? Three outer. Tree outer. Well, he was ahead pre-flop. It's the least she could do.
Yeah, on the turn, he fell light years behind.
Larry's all in.
Yeah, we're getting to the point in the tournament where it's all in, fold. These are the only two moves. I don't think Bob's going to play that suited. He might. Probably not, though.
What's the parking lot hand?
I don't know. I'm sure you'll tell me, though.
I don't know. He says parking lot hand. I was just thinking. It's just must be just the hand that loses. Is the parking lot hand. But
Just
I
like
didn't know if
my
you-
favorite hand. I talk about my favorite hand all the time, and people are like, well, what is it? The winning hand.
Oh.
People say, oh, the worst hand in poker is 7 deuce. So I'm like, no, it isn't. It's not even close to the worst hand. They're like, oh, yeah, what? I said, the worst hand in poker is the second best. You know how much money I've lost with 7 deuce over the years? The occasional blind. That's it. That's all 7 deuce has ever cost me. Second best has cost me a freaking fortune.
I was going to say, I'm definitely up on 7 deuce. Like Bobby.
But like set over set, and I have the lower set. Oh, that's going to cost me some chips.
Bob's firing away on the best.
Oh,
best.
Dom says ace queen off is the parking lot hand. Okay. Learn something new every day.
I did not know that. I did not know that. Quick, put your blinds up for the next blind, she says. Smart.
Well, it doesn't matter.
No?
She shuffled. Like at that point, it's over.
Yeah, it's just an excuse to get the blinds in.
Well, yeah. She's like leveraging that. I'm like, hurry up.
Yeah.
I heard one of the other dealers ask Gigi, "You're still here?" So I think Gigi's trying to get out of here, speed up the game a little bit.
Well, then you shouldn't run out chop ace king versus kings. I mean, if you're trying. Bob's thinking, oh, wait, hold on. We got Jim in the mix here. In the mist.
We did, but then he decided, no. Bob versus Bob, maybe?
That would be some.
Well, I said he might play that hand if it was suited. Now he has it, and it's suited this time, but still no.
Brian in the big blind with Queen Jack.
He's like, on my blind. How very dare you, sir?
Bob's giving him a little stare.
Nah, I guess his spidey sense was tingling.
God bless you.
Oh, don't reward him for his good read. I mean, you know, players can do whatever they want with their cards and their money, but I personally would not reward him for the correct read. I want him to worry about it. Think about it. Overthink about it. And he sure as heck ain't going to do that if you show him.
And another 15, just as a penalty.
Another one. Another one. Another one.
Bobby with the ace here. It's about time to try to steal these blinds, huh? Extra 30,000 wouldn't look bad on top of your stack. Oh shoot, we're at 15. Extra 40,000.
Yep, yep.
Oh, Bob, what are you doing, Bob?
Bob on Bob action. Well, I mean, it's just 15 more, and it was on his blind.
Now how you like it? Check.
Bob loves it. Bob, not so much. Yeah, we got to talk to the
meeting with the Bobs.
Production crew. Like, you got to give one of these guys an initial or a nickname, or Bobby or Robert, Boobala. I don't know, something.
Bobo. I like Bobo.
Bubba. Just like one of them old redneck boys. You believe that? I don't know. I mean, I keep telling everybody I'm half cheesehead, but the other half is redneck, and no, lots of people named Bubba, not just rednecks.
Really?
In redneck kind of areas, so like, damn, every other guy is Bubba.
Hey, Bubba.
It's more of a nickname than an actual name.
I ain't gonna walk you.
Oh, putting all his hopes and dreams on the ladies. Yeah, all in. I mean, it's not. How much to call, really? I don't.
75, 95.
Is that even a raise, or are we just going?
Yeah, I'm not even.
Yeah, it's very close.
Yeah, it's close.
We're gonna get a count here.
Jeej, what's the damage? How much more to Craig?
113. So yeah, he gets a little bit of change.
Yeah, he gets
okay,
some
so
change.
it is all in.
That's 75, 80.
Oh,
He's calling for a recount because this is Florida, and that's what we do. So yeah, it's all in. There's no raise-in or nothing. It's A7 suited for
It
Craig
is-
against the ladies.
He's right though. It is more than 113. It's 129 or 128.
Oh, so it is a raise.
Well, he called 115.
Well, he had 115 in there, so I don't think he's folding for an additional 13K. He's like, here, let me take my cards back and think about it.
Joey.
So this is mine?
No, hold on. We're gonna have
What are we talking about?
We
He's
need a
already
ruling
in for
here.
130. He's already in for 100.
Well, he put it all in.
Yeah, I thought it was like less.
So now he's saying, like, wait, he just called, and he still has
What was Craig's raise?
115.
Okay.
No, it was my bad.
I bet 115.
He bet 115. I thought his chicks was less for 113.
Okay.
But
So
I
I
did
put in
not
the
count the
113 and I exposed
5,000.
my hand,
It's
and then it turns out he had
123.
more chips.
There's that much more there. So you bet 115. He did call the 115 though.
Yes, he called the 115, but it already exposed before I find out that it's still
Sure
more
about that? Because he should only have 13K if that's the case.
Robert never went all in here. So
No, he said
No.
You're gonna
went all
put
in, we can
four.
just play it out,
You're gonna
but
put
you guys just
15
play the
more,
hand out.
15,000.
It doesn't
face
really
up.
don't.
15,000 because this is 100. So you're gonna put
Right, it's 150. Okay, yeah. I said she can't have. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, there's nothing else you can do. Like, they already
I mean, I don't know what else you would do.
I mean, so we're going to see a flop.
They're just assumed all in, but because he
And there's a queen. And no hearts.
It's on you.
Yeah. All in. So it's 13K to call, and obviously Craig folds. Normally, it's just 13. Look at the size of the pot. I'm like, yeah, but not even one heart for Craig to try to play the flush draw.
Wow.
Needed running.
Interesting. So he ends up folding for an additional, what was it, 10,000?
13.
13?
That is yours, sir.
It wasn't beneficial to me to do it.
Sorry.
It would have been a bad angle.
That was an interesting little thing there. So Craig saved a little bit of money there, but he did have some runner outs for 13,000.
Yeah, like I said, even a heart would have given him a little more hope for the
Yeah.
flush draw. But he needed runners that didn't involve a queen and somehow get a higher two pair.
Yeah, that's what happens when you double up there, Bob. All the money. From rags to riches.
All in, I think it's 105.
Clary's all in.
All in. Clarifying this time. And got a caller. Ace-5 suited versus 10-4 off. That can't be right.
Clubs.
Oh, it's another
Ace-4.
Ace-5.
Oh, shit. Oh, clubs. Got my club.
Looks like Ace-5 versus Ace-5.
Chop
Yep.
it up.
Yeah, one was clubs, one was spades. Ooh, but Steve was free rolling. 2 spades on the board. Couldn't get that last spade, though.
Second time.
So, yeah, like I said, Sal, it's all in or fold at this stage of the tournament.
I see this.
Stacks aren't really big enough with these blinds to sustain more traditional conservative play. So the players are just going for it.
Clary's all in.
All of it.
Jim all in with the AK. Bob with an offsuit 69. Not so nice. It's not sustainable because the blinds are just going to keep going up.
And in the end, there can only be one, unless there's a chop. Then there's a couple other people.
I was going to say, we're not quite playing by Highlander rules. So 10, 15, 15, 40K in orbit. 7-4 offsuit versus 7-4 offsuit. And yet Bob is given a slight edge. Now Steve is given the slight edge because of the hearts. The chop is unavoidable. River card, a 9. It's going to be 3 jacks with ace-9.
Let's see what Bob does here.
So the only way to win this is to steal it. Bob, attempted thievery. And I don't think 20K is going to be enough. I stand corrected. So Bob pulls off the bluff, and he'll get paid for it.
10-8 of hearts.
All in, I think it's 120.
Players all in.
Wow.
Craig moves all in with them fives. Jim folds one of his outs.
Pretty strong.
It's 120.
Bob and Steve both with the queen 8.
Yeah, but Bob suited.
Okay.
It doesn't appear to matter. They both fold queen 8.
Picking up some blinds. It's pretty good. Take it.
Well, easiest way to not get blinded out, pick up them blinds.
Exactly.
Thank you.
2, 4, 6. Yep, still 6. Here you go. There's a little 50s or 60s throwback. Jim now with the ace tray, and his jam's on the radio. Hasn't heard it in a while. Nope. No can do. The dirty diaper. 3 deuce. Bob's going to fold it.
30,000.
Steal. Steal. Oh. Oh. Brian's going to look him up with the jack 9. Bob's going to do the same thing with the same hand. He's going to call him.
3 players.
3's company. Come and knock on my door.
Absolutely nothing.
Little
gutters for Brian and Bob.
Yeah. Brian and Bob hit a gutter. That'd be
Not a lot else. Not much else going on with this flop though.
yeah. Checking it.
First player to bet wins. Nobody bets. There's a 10. 10 for Steve.
So you know it's just right.
50,000.
Luna, that happened because he never said all in. The dealer made an error, assuming that pushing the chips in was enough to match the bet because he didn't push all of his chips in initially. He went.
He just called.
Right, so it was ruled a call.
50,000 call.
Yes, he did use 2 hands, but he didn't put all the chips in. Ooh.
Jack of diamonds.
Jack of diamonds.
For Steve.
And makes.
Gives Brian the check
Yep,
mark.
the jack.
And looks like
No, he didn't push all the chips in. He had.
Brian totally. Oh, no, Brian had the jack.
Right, Brian had the jack.
Oh, okay. Queen 10 had to fold. Fair enough.
Also, he said call on that other play. He did say call.
Allegedly.
Right. Well, he did.
Oh, he
did.
did.
He like snap called.
When we have video evidence, I just
Right.
don't remember it. That's all.
Yeah. So the dealer then assumed.
Or audio
So the dealer like kind of eyeballed his stack and thought it was less than the initial bet, and then they actually counted out, and she's like, "Oh, whoops, he's got 13K more."
Another great ruling by our tournament director,
Right.
Joey Dolans.
Because Bob thought it would have been all in to call. That's why he said call and then push the chips in. And then they did a recount because, like I said, it's Florida and recounts are what we do.
Oh!
And said, wait, that's not all in.
Little 2000 election,
And
baby.
they and both players were kind of a little guilty there of exacerbating the situation because they turned their cards up immediately. You know, before they even did the count. So that's why they had to play the last part of that hand face up because, well, they were a little too hasty on that, which happens sometimes. Yeah, because that's what the dealer, and then she told Joey that he said call, and he thought it was less too. So, but then when she counted it, turns out that wasn't the case. Ooh.
Which Bob is this? Oh, Bob on the button.
Yeah, Bob on button Bob with aces. Great position, great starting hand. Careful, you'll scare the fish away. Yeah. You want to pop it, but don't pop it too much. All right, Craig versus Bob yet again. Bob, a big favorite here. I was about to say, Craig's got to hit a flop.
Kind of
And
does.
He kind of does, yeah. Case
Needs
ace or a 9 for the
an
straight.
ace.
All in, call. Yeah, now they both said all in call, so now it doesn't matter what the chip stacks are. We're not going to have a repeat of that incident. Craig needs an ace or a 9, and that is not it. Craig, is he eliminated? They're going to, again, recount.
Recount.
Yep, or just to make sure.
GG making extra sure that he's got him covered.
Yeah, he does. So, sadly for Craig, his day is done, eliminated in 6th place. And that will pay him
money?
$402.
Ooh, that's money.
Dead button, yeah. No, you're good. Just figured out and moved.
And now we are down to 5.
And then there were 5.
Steve now with the aces?
And he's one of the shorter stacks, too, so he needs to make something happen with this hand.
Raise 35.
So slightly more than a min-raise. But that's the thing about aces, again, you got to get somebody to play with you. And the hands out here, not too impressive. You might get a call out of Bob because he's suited, and he didn't raise it too much.
And he's got a big stack.
Oh, Bob, not even going to spend the 20K.
Not worth it.
30K invested, not worth 20K more. I thought since he was already in for 30K and he had a suited queen, that
I thought it was going
that'd be like, all right, 20K more is not so bad. But not even then. Bob's like, nope.
15,000. It's going to go 20 later.
Because if it had been me and I had that stack in that hand, I'm like, I don't like the hand much. But 20K, yeah, sure. I'll see a flop. Maybe I get lucky and there's some clubs. All right, battle of the blinds. Bob with a queen 9 off, but he's up against a suited Nintendo.
30.
Oh, tell me that wasn't vengeance.
Only this time.
But Steve does call the extra 20 with a suited hand. It likely won't end well for him, though. He's going to have to steal this, is Steve, if he's going to win it. But it would appear Bob will beat him to the punch. Yeah, it's tough if you think your opponent doesn't have it.
Yeah,
like you can make a dead accurate read. Oh, he doesn't have it, but when you don't have it either, you can't do anything about it. You gotta have a little something to try to sniff out the bluff, even if it's low pair. Gotta have something.
Anything would do.
Right.
6-4.
But he had nothing. No diamonds. Couldn't even chase a flush draw. Keep making those jokes about him meeting with the Bobs. If we could, if they don't chop and play down heads up, it could be Bob versus Bob.
Now I once
my money's on Bob.
When I worked with 2 Bobs at the restaurant, there was Bob in the kitchen and Bob at the bar.
They couldn't agree to Bobby, Bobo, something.
It was just Bob at the bar. And so I would always sing, Bob at the bar, the bang, diggy, diggy, diggies, the boogies, up, jump the boogie.
I would have got fired.
Why?
Because I'd have smacked you one. Every time you came around and sang that.
He got me back.
I hope. Meanwhile, Steve hits a 10 on the river. He was ahead anyway, but now he's super ahead.
Yeah, I used to get cranberry and sodas all the time as I was running around the restaurant. And Bob at the bar once made me my cranberry and soda, put it on the side, and I drank about 3/4 of a pint before I realized that it was not cranberry, but Tabasco.
Womp womp. Good. And probably also didn't get him fired.
Nah, he's good. He's fine. I mean, I was underage, and he's, you know, bartender all over my hometown, so it's all good.
Which one do you want us to agree with?
And in Florida it says Robert. Yeah, Rob. Bob and Rob.
Bob and Rob were on a boat.
Well, that's what I was going to say. What did he shove with? Like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. Kings. Not so much for the other Bob, who wisely gets out of the way. Trying to take the big blind back, you sneaky guy, you.
He's got all the tricks, this guy.
All right, Queen Jack suited up against Kings, and here we go. That's not it. That's not it either. Queen, too little, too late. If he got the queen on the flop, there'd have been a little hope for him, but
I think Bob now is the chip stack leader.
Bob is top 2, I think. Pretty sure. So Jim eliminated in 5th place. He'll take home $504, though. Congratulations, Jim.
Good job, Jim.
No value menu for you on the way home. You can go over to the fabulous Paddock Restaurant, get you a steak.
If it were open, but it is closed.
It's closed? Oh. Save it for tomorrow.
3 o'clock it closed.
Go get a steak.
I got 2 ribeyes just waiting for me at home. Seasoned it, put it in the fridge. Letting it.
Oh, you shouldn't do that.
Yeah, no, you do. You're supposed to. You got to put it in the fridge, uncovered, on the rack, and then you season it and let all the salt soak in.
Yeah, I know it soaks it in, but it soaks it a lot faster at room temperature. That's why when you're ready to season it, you got to bring it out of the fridge.
Well, that's
let it get to room temperature, and then season it, then let it sit for like an hour, and then you grill it. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it'll still absorb the seasonings.
That's what I wanted to do.
You're right.
To hold the liquid.
It's gonna take longer though. It might take 3.5, 4 hours.
Right, but
to really drink it in.
it's been waiting. It's waiting for me.
Yeah, room temp. It takes about an hour. I'm just saying that's what Gordon said. That's because I studied all of his how-to videos. And he's got 17 Michelin stars, so I'm inclined to listen to him. I don't have any Michelin stars.
I mean, you could take it out to make it room temp, but as far as it still soaks up the salt in the fridge. It's all good. Same thing. 45 minutes, it soaks up the salt.
Ryan Betting flopping the absolute nuts. Ace high flush, straight flush draw, open-ended. And says trying to walk again. Rain, yeah, she must be close by to us because the rain's been off and on with the gloomy sky. Yeah, some of these players trying to do chip intimidation by having like this massive wall of orange chips. I'm like, that doesn't really work. Gonna color up some of these. No, Luna, if you've been listening to the show, my wife can't grill to save her life. After I seasoned the meat and got it all ready and prepped properly. No, I don't even want her looking at those steaks wrong, let alone grill them. I will grill them.
60. 60.
Where'd he go? Where'd I go? Just take 100. Sure.
All right. I think Brian got a walk there.
Yep. Ball 4. He takes a trot down to first.
Fly ball. Caught.
Take over, Monty. I'm in the bag. And I can't believe he never prepared for that. Like the way he was behaving like all season. I'm like, you really didn't see that coming? You didn't have something ready? Come on, man. That's just irresponsible. Like if I was the backup guy and then the lead guy was getting tanked every game, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna have a little script and I'm gonna be ready to go. I'm looking for a promotion, trying to get paid.
The psyche of the characters at Major League.
That's the thing. He wasn't really a character. Bob Uecker played himself.
This is true.
Because when I lived in Milwaukee, we didn't even watch the Brewers, but we listened to him on the radio just to hear Bob Uecker because he was a freaking maniac.
How long did you live in Milwaukee for? College years?
Yeah, college.
Okay, cool.
Went to UWM. Go Panthers.
Panthers?
Yeah.
Interesting.
UW Milwaukee Panthers.
Looks like Brian's might be in the chip lead, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he is.
Where did those come from? Out of your pocket? You pull out of your pocket.
But he would call games like that, like just a bit outside, try to make them sound like they were better than they were. Because those Brewer teams back then, they were bad.
Yeah.
And they wanted people to come out to the ballpark. So.
Just a bit outside.
Right. The pitcher could have missed, and he really called the games like that. It was great. How could players lay off pitches that close? He missed about like 2.5 feet.
You're a nice guy. You got an ace. Better than me.
Good work, G.
All right, King Queen versus AC Deucey, and let's see, there's a Deucey. Bob needs a king or a queen. And another Deucey, which is unnecessary. So Steve will double up.
Too many Deucey.
Guess I shouldn't have been so ballsy. Thanks. 104. You can tell I'm a very serious player. Me too. I know.
Looks like Bob is going to double up Steve. Steve ain't going nowhere.
Nope, not this time.
These players are playing, though. I got to give it to them. They're not, like, you know, messing around here.
Bushido code. They're not even talking chop.
Right.
Fight with honor.
Race. 60.
She got that hand in. She walked up past the host podium. Wow. Yelled at her. That was the hand. It wouldn't have happened. So sick, yeah.
Is that a check? I don't know what's going on. Oh, it's a raise to 60.
It's a check. It's a super check. Unfortunately, it's been raised, so Bob can't check. So he tried the super check. No, the super duper check. No, none of the checks are going to work, Bob. Sorry about you, but you're gonna have to bet this time.
Checks in the mail. All right, one. See you, bud.
10, 20, 20, 50K in orbits. And four-handed, that orbit comes by fast.
Bobby here with the ace-jack. Battle of the blinds, and he's coming with the heat.
50.
Steve's got a pretty decent hand for four-handed play here with an ace.
Yeah, pretty much any ace is great four-handed, but not this time.
Yeah, we'll see if he can figure this out. It's going to be tough for him to get out of harm's way here. Looks like he's calling.
Like I say, he's already in for 40K. So another 30 won't hurt too much. Ace Jack 4. Man, I wanted the pain. I didn't get it, though. So it's another situation of who can tell the better story.
Oh, Bob's betting. And
ooh,
Steve
Bob's telling some great stories this session.
Steve has to believe him, but he's not going to like it. Well, good.
I mean, it is the correct move there.
I know. It's just Bob.
But it's tough, though.
Bob being on Steve's right and battling with these
good
small
position.
blinds. Yeah. He's taking
and
advantage.
he's making good reads and putting the right amount of pressure.
Right.
Because that's what you got to do. You got to pressure these smaller stacks. You got to be a bully. I've always said bullying is bad, except at the poker table. You want to have success in tournament poker, and you got chips, man, you got to bully the table. Otherwise, they're just going to chip away at you, and then you're going to be behind it. Make them pay to see them draws.
You got to pay to play. Bob under the gun with an ace, not going to.
Yeah, very conservative. A little too conservative. Like I said, at the start of the final table, 9-handed, sure. 4-handed, not so much. Got to get a little more aggressive.
Brian looking at those.
Like that. Brian's like, hey, I got the chips, and I'm going to make you pay to see that draw you got over there, guy.
King Jack suited looks like aces right now.
Hey, Jeff jumping in, saying,
Jeff.
What up, people? Well, we're doing some final table 4-handed action. That's what's up.
Seeing who's going to take down the top prize of over 2,000.
1,000 air. Wouldn't it be great to be 1,000 air?
I'll take it. I'll take it right now. 999,000. I'll take it.
Steve with that AK.
Steve.
That's really the only move you can make with Ace King. If you look at the chip stacks he's up against. Well, Jack 10. 4-handed is tempting, but 2-1 underdog.
Oh, no way. You're up. You're all the way out in
San Diego? Superchargers? Well, I guarantee the weather's nicer out there today because weather's always great in San Diego. Right.
Darn right. Although they have this thing in San Diego called June gloom, but it's July, so maybe it's over.
Right. No, it's definitely gloom here today.
Yeah.
Coming back for the 100K next week. Speaking of the 100K, let me plug that again. Next week, don't look for our regular Wednesday stream because, well, it's preempted as our monthly multi-flight takes place next week. I know, it's usually the first week of the month, but we really don't want to be competing with 4th of July weekend, so we put it off a week. So beginning Thursday with Flight 1A, Thursday at 11:15 a.m., and then Friday and Saturday, we will have 2 flights per day at 11:15 a.m. and 4:15 p.m. 100K guaranteed, $300 buy-in. So come get you a piece of that action.
5 flights.
Yeah. I mean, if we were allowed to play here while we work in here, I mean, I would.
Especially if we got a free
I was going to say that Friday or Saturday, I'm like, hey, let me EO a little bit, get up there in time after my shift and play a little. But
Tournament starts, doesn't it? 6:15.
Looks like Steve's going to take that down.
Jeff says use him as a bounty. I'm like, I mean, I guess that's up to Joey. I don't think I can make that call, Jeff, but I'll run it by him. We'll see. He might go for it. Because if it was up to me, Jeff, you'd be a bounty in every tournament. Get you a little bounty chip, use it as a card guard. Everybody take him out. Extra $100.
Yeah, we should just give everybody a T-shirt that knocks you out. I survived.
I knocked out Trainwreck at Pbkc. We'll get that shirt. I mean, they had I Beat the Bunny. For the 5K they do every year.
Who's the bunny?
They have a woman who's like really good. 5K road racer, and she puts on like these bunny ears, and if you finish ahead of her, they give you an I Beat the Bunny T-shirt.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, I've never beat her. Back in the day, I could have when I was running cross country and track, but no, not now. Hell no.
How many miles is cross country?
Well, it's changed since I ran it, but now they have 5K and 10K events. So.
Okay. But like when you were in.
No, they just did 5K.
Competitive.
Yeah, competitive. Well, in high school it was 3 miles, and in college it was 5K, which is basically the same. It's like an extra 150 yards for 5K.
Gotcha. Three miles. What was your time for 3 miles?
My best 5K time was 16:40, and my best 3 mile time was 16:20.
16.
Yeah, I didn't always have the dad bod. I was a freaking athlete back in the day.
16. That's a hell of a number, dude. 3 5-minute miles in a row. Damn.
50.
Just that's how you die. No, man, it's not the Rooney 5K. It's a run/walk. So he'd be back there walking, listening to some music on his phone or something, just chilling, saying hi to everybody at the water stations. He'd have a blast.
So did you do the Rooney 5K this year?
No, knee injury. I did not do it this past year.
What about?
But I mean, I do it every year. But if I'm not running it, I'm doing one of the water stations. So.
What about the year before? When was the last time you actually ran it?
2 years ago.
How'd you do?
Bad.
What's the number?
Like 31 minutes.
31? Okay,
yeah.
so double. That's all right. Double your best time. It's okay. Still a lot faster than I would have got it done. That's for sure.
Yeah, I started training for it, and my left knee said, nope, you got like a mile before I start flaring up. And that was with the brace. So I'm like, yeah, I can't run it this year. All right, bye, Jeff. Thanks for checking in.
Yeah, Jeff, take it easy. Have fun out there.
Russell says, good to see Brian get into tournaments down here. He wasn't allowed to play up north. He would win about 87% of them and wasn't welcome anymore.
Okay. Yeah, he's so good you kicked him out?
Yeah, like who would kick him out?
Sir, you're way too good.
I could see getting backed off by like being too good at blackjack because I've seen it many, 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 many times. Dodged a few of them myself, but
really?
Poker, you're not playing the house. Why would the house say you win too much? Like unless all the players got together and said, "Hey, we're not going to play if that guy plays." Maybe then.
Come on, Bobby. Yeah, I know it's your turn. I don't know. Who's it on?
It's on Bob.
Oh, obviously. So,
bro, you can't softball him in like that. I'm going to take him every time.
So Bob has the best hand with the King 10 in the big blind, who we're looking at right now.
Mm-hmm. And he's thinking about it because it's all in. It's 376,000. So it's a big bet. You got to wonder if you're up against aces or a set.
Ooh, he lays down the best hand.
Yeah, it's got a solid hand, but it's with that flop, it's pretty far from unbeatable.
15, 30.
Good move from Bob's seat, too, there.
Bob on Bob crime.
Middle pair held up for him. Well, it didn't really hold up, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Raise 90.
All of it.
Ace 10 suited for Steve. Pretty solid.
Ace 9 for Brian.
Ace 9 offsuits.
If he wins this, we're going to ban him.
We're going to ban him. Oh, and he's out. He flops a 9.
Yeah, you're right. He's out of control.
He can't be beat. Oh.
Get him out of here.
Oh, Brian, you're so banned, bro. You're so banned.
Damn. Gonna have to go
What was
down.
that pre-flop? 82 to 18?
Brian, you're going to have to keep making your way down south. You get
Yeah,
banned from all
man.
these casinos for winning too many tournaments.
I think they got the chip count wrong. I think Brian had Steve covered, and he's eliminated.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. Big time. Brian's got all the chips.
And then there were 3.
Bob, Brian, and Brian. Wait. Bob, and Brian.
Yeah, Bob, and Brian.
Bob.
Well, if we're starting from the button, Brian, Bob, and Bob.
Brian, Bob, and Bob. So now we got.
I guarantee Steve is not all in for 10K. I will bet you any amount of money.
All he does is win? Oh, wow. Bob, fold. All he does is win. Get out of here.
Well, Brian's like, man,
But
I
does he
keep
chop?
winning, so.
Does he chop? That's the real question. No chop, heads up. Dang.
Well, we're not quite heads up. 3 players left. All he does is win, bro. He flops a 9 again. That's like his card. And Brian all in, going to Bob saying, come get it with your ace king.
This is the second time Brian or Bob might have just had enough of people pushing on him. He's got 2 overs. He looks up at the clock.
Looking for answers. Clock, what should I do? Well, I don't know what the clock will say, but the math says fold. Math says you're a 3-1 underdog, and you should probably not play. You really don't. There's no flushes he can hit. There's no straights he can hit. He's got to hit an ace or a king.
And he's going up against the guy who doesn't lose. So.
Especially when he flops a 9. That 9 comes. It's just death for the other players.
Oh, boy. Brian's stack is getting bigger.
Yeah, when you watch the replay of this, Bob, you're going to be pleased with your move.
And we've learned from the chat that he is a very capable opponent. So,
dude, he wins 87% of his tournaments.
It's really good percentage.
That's incredible. I mean, like, get him to the WSOP, like, right now.
No, just against these guys, he's 87%. Against the pros, he's like 85%. It's not that much.
You won 87% of the WSOP tournaments in that circuit. Do you have any idea how redonkulously rich you'd be?
Well, did you hear that?
You'd have to take home like $70 million. Easy.
It's a lot of taxes.
Oh, boo frickin' who? Tax me if I win $70 million. Tax me all day. Tax me Canadian. I wouldn't care. I see what you did there, Trone Zone.
Trone Zone.
Pretty soon we're going to be all in every hand.
I think he's troning us with that joke.
This man is most definitely in the zone.
So the Bobs are just going to have to do the fusion technique to compete with Brian's chip stack.
Brian, who's been kicked out of every casino that he's been into.
Just for winning. I'm pretty sure you can't get kicked out of here just for winning too much. I'm like, if you get kicked out of here.
It's happening. We're on to this guy.
You had to have done something else besides just win a bunch. You done something.
Yeah, but you gotta lose sometimes. You can't just win every time. Nobody told Brian this though. He has yet to lose a hand.
Nobody told the 72 Dolphins that.
He's yet to lose a hand since I read that comment. How do you pronounce Bob spelled backwards? I believe it's Bob Zone. Or oboe. I'm not sure.
Bob spelled backwards. That's how you pronounce it.
Oh, I didn't know. I got hit with the joke.
Yeah.
Sorry?
That's why I said he's instead of trolling, he's troning with that joke.
That's why he's my broadcast partner.
Get me out over there, Brian.
You saw Airplane. Come on. That was Airplane has setup. It's an entirely different kind of flying. Altogether. It's an entirely different kind of flying.
Well, both Bobs have an ace.
All in, like I said. Fusion. Ha! The two Bob chip stacks will fuse, and that might be enough to take on Brian. Maybe. We'll see.
Looks like it's about to fuse right now. I don't know how he could get away from this or why we would want to.
I was going to say, what would Arnold say if he was here? He'd say, do it. Why don't you do it? Come on, call the all-in bet.
All right, we got what we wished for.
AJ, ace-4. We got world peace? I'm kidding. I wished I wished to win the Stanley Cup again, and yes, I did get my wish. A 4! And no diamonds for
jack.
oh, so Bob doubles up off Bob.
Short stack wins here.
Yeah, they weren't that far apart. So now they are.
Yeah, now there's
one Bob has less than 100K and is in big old trouble.
What was it 276?
Yeah.
Oh no, 2.
So the other Bob's going to have about a little less than 100K to go.
That's not enough.
No.
He's going to need to double up
several times.
Double up, double up,
You really thought you had pocket aces? I looked down and all I saw was
I can't see.
I thought I had aces. I couldn't see.
All the people that lost to this Bob are like, what the hell, man? Lost to a guy that can't hear or see.
What a great troll. I like that.
Hot 9-7.
Yeah, if you're a Marlin fan.
Did they win 97?
Yeah. You didn't see that awesome team that they drafted and nurtured and grew?
Yeah.
Yeah, me neither. When Wayne Huizenga spent $150 million in one offseason, bought a team, and then promptly dismantled it after they won.
66. Come on in. I'm going to.
He's like, I'm gonna. Give me a second. Jeez.
I was here in 03 when they won it.
Yeah, that team, they did grow themselves when they traded away when they bought the team in 97 and then they traded everybody away. All the prospects they got ended up becoming those guys.
Did Piazza win with them in 97?
No.
Okay. Oh,
he came along. Yeah, he came along in 98.
Okay.
And played for, I think, 2 years here. But no, he was after 97.
Was
And
it
well
Mike-
before 2003.
Mike Lowe, right? Mike Lowe.
Lowell.
Lowe?
Yeah, Mike Lowell.
Lowe, that's right.
And Josh Beckett and A.J. Burnett.
Oh, yeah.
And Bob doubles up with his 9 of justice. That's typically Brian's move.
Hot 9-7.
So Bob triples up here.
Is that not the right thing to do when you're playing?
Yeah.
Yeah. You were getting the right price, 3-1. I knew that. But, yeah. Am I the big blind again?
Yes, that happens a lot. Three-handed.
Are you sure?
You were under the gun, and now you're the big blind.
Yeah.
That's how it works, three-handed.
Wait till what happens next hand. You're in the small blind.
You got to play it right back.
Yeah. Big blind Annie. It's a heavy toll to pay. Brian on the button. Let's see what he can maneuver out of these guys, out of the Bobs. Nothing.
You want to look at numbers?
He says, let the Bobs fight.
Yeah, of course.
You guys want to look at numbers?
Yeah.
All right, after this hand.
All right. It's a
It's
numbers
like after
game.
this hand, yeah. Bob wins again.
Chop it up. What's that? We're just gonna have to listen to it. They'll tell us.
All right, the players want to discuss a proposal. Whether it's indecent or not, I can't tell.
Oh, you're right. It is a brick.
Yeah, it's a brick. I told you it was a brick.
I thought it was.
See, that's how hungry you are. You missed out on the salmon that you wanted.
did.
You legit looked at a brick and saw a Twix. And I said, we better get him some food, man.
Soon, I'm
It's
outta
like one of
here
those
after
old
this.
Tex Avery cartoons. He's going to take a look at his broadcast partner. I'm going to turn into a pork chop. In his mind, he'll see a pork chop. He's all like,
or like a chicken leg.
Right.
with the-
You know them old cartoons when they
Yeah.
used to do that?
Like the doily on top of the chicken leg as a hat.
Like, why are you looking at me like that?
Well, then forget it. That's no chop.
Oh, the lights?
Oh, these lights kill me.
The lights, they kill.
What are the numbers? I don't know. I don't think this is going to be advantageous for the two short
Just
stacks.
a little bit. Yeah, yeah.
But maybe it is.
It'll be great. It's Brian, the chip leader. That's
No, because
gonna
they
be a
do the
disadvantage.
ICM.
Yeah, I know, but
I used to wear them.
All right,
even
well,
if with chip leader, you're still going to get less than first place money than if you put it
yeah.
out.
Let's check out what the numbers are.
Operated on.
Did you get cataract things?
Yeah.
Cataracts?
I'm going to have to get that. You already told me. When I'm done the radiation, you start with the cataracts.
Trust, believe me, it's well worth it.
Is it?
Yeah. I mean,
I might see a pretty
It
woman.
reminds me of when I went to the optometrist and the doctor tells me that I have 2 cataracts, and I told him no, I just one Rankin Continental.
I just hope I get, like, I'm crooked.
You're going to get us canceled, dude.
would you have a blood clot, something like that?
No, I got cancer.
Oh,
And they took all this shit out and all my nerves. So sometimes my hand will go. Yeah. My mom had that.
See,
Yeah, it's weird.
All right, fellas, this is how this would break down. Brian, you get 1775. Robert, 1580. Bob, you get 1330.
No problem.
All right, we did it, folks. We made it all the way to the end.
Yeah, that is the end. 1770 for Brian. What was that, 1550 and 1500?
15
For the Bobs.
Yeah, 13, 15, 17.
Okay. All right, that's going to do it from the Action Palace this fine Wednesday afternoon. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. Hit that like, follow, and subscribe button because we just want you to like us. And,
Please.
And hit the notification bell so you can be notified instantly when we go live-ish so you don't miss any of our broadcasts. Next broadcast will be tomorrow. Let me just double check.
PLO?
Well, it's July. They changed the tournament format, so let me just make double sure. No, it is our $150 no-limit hold'em.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because the Omaha tournament used to be on Tuesday nights, and they moved it back to Tuesday nights.
Oh, okay.
So, yes, so if you're coming here looking for Omaha, sorry, it's not going to be here. And in Florida, yep, I told you I was shaving, and in Florida. It was a playoff beard. The playoffs are over. Panthers are champions yet again, so bye-bye beard. Come back next April for a new playoff beard.
Yes.
But
the ruler of the big cat community.
But yeah, that does it for us. Thank you all for tuning in, and for our production crew, which was on the screen, but I took it away. And for our very animated Sal, I'm Matt F. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow for our $150 Hold'em tournaments coming at you from the Action Palace at Pbkc.